The movie.
Okay. We're now live again. Hey, everybody.
Yay!
Hooray!
If we stop being live, then that's because, well, my OBS keeps crashing. What we're not going to be able to do tonight as a result is show the virtual tabletop. So I will just have to be better at painting word pictures.
Cool beans.
Yeah, for some reason, whenever I try to do, whenever I would try to go into Gerald's camera, it just crashed. So it doesn't like you, Gerald. That's the problem.
Fair
It's a
enough.
personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. That's yes, no question.
Sounds right.
It's because Huckleberry's still cursed.
That's probably.
Oh yeah, right. So let's sum up what happened because it's been about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that since we've last played, and we finished book 1. So let's see. I actually wrote up a quick recap for this. At the end of our previous adventure, Punks in a Powder Keg, our party of outlaw characters apprehended the small-time pyrotechnic alchemist Shoma Lyserius, who had hired a gang called the Powder Keg Punks to capture the alchemist Vashon Gattleby. After his defeat, Lyserius called the player characters fools for trying to keep the formula a secret. He then revealed that he'd heard another inventor had already successfully replicated the formula anyway. The party's employer, Phoebe Dunsmith, was extremely dismayed by this news. I believe she just walked out of the room, swore a lot, and then came back in.
Oh yeah, she broke a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the
Relatable.
party is all for various reasons seeking vengeance on one or both of Ambrust Mugland, underworld financier, or corrupt financier, halfling, and Deputy Angelique, what is her last name? Loveless of the Alkenstar Shield Marshals. Also, very corrupt. But yeah, so...
ACAB.
And that includes...
Especially this one.
And that includes
Especially
Elf
this
on a
one.
Shelf.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you've had a few days of downtime. Tell me what you all did.
I assume we're at full HP.
Yes, you have healed.
I feel like
Well, I need to make a couple of crafting checks to do some rune transferring. So let me roll those real fast.
I
was having a look at trained. Okay, cool. Yep.
That gets the potency rune fine and dandy.
Huck has
That
been,
does not get the striking rune.
and that was a 1.
He's been hitting up card tables and chatting with folks and telling some stories. He's also been working on a couple new twirling tricks
That was another 1.
with his.
So day 4. There we go.
I think we had a bunch of stuff to sell. I had like 3 really nice suits.
Oh yeah, we have clothing to sell. Well, here's the thing.
Well,
All
you
right,
do.
So
I was gonna say that was you.
I was very, very adamant about saving the suit.
well, I have 12 pieces of fine clothing.
I have 3.
Yeah, because you wanted 3 to like.
Yeah,
keep,
I was like,
thought.
I'll have. Oh yeah, I was like, I'll have.
Yeah,
these
you were
tailored.
gonna keep those. You weren't selling anything.
Yeah, you're not selling those. I'm selling the 12, and then we're dividing the money. But I will say this: Cheppa, I feel like, is quite practical and would like to remind Huckleberry that perhaps we should get him uncursed before y'all keep going gambling. You might make more friends that way.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I've not being cursed is not my number 1 preference for state of being and general vibe.
We should find someone to fix that for you. How on earth are we gonna figure this out? I don't know. Do we need a mage? Do we need to find my father? Like I don't. Maybe he knows
Clerics
something.
are
I don't
usually
know.
fairly good at that.
Let's go to one of those temples. We'll get you a nice cleric.
Let's be careful which cleric we find.
Why?
Well,
Have
there's
you alienated people at the churches?
whomst among us.
Did you steal
Hasn't.
from like charity, Huckleberry? Was there a collections basket that you needed to borrow from?
I don't think so, but it wasn't anything quite so audacious as that. I think it's more perhaps the issue of perceived alleged blasphemy against a certain particular clockwork. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Huckleberry?
so we don't go to.
The most common temple in this city?
Yeah, that would be apparently what it is.
The one which may or may not be central to this entire book of the adventure.
Huckleberry, what the hell did you do?
Listen, you can't just ask a man to, or you can't just ask someone to perfectly recall every wrongdoing that they've ever perpetrated.
But
In their
offending
long
a
story.
god.
We're not
We're not
asking you
asking
to
you-
recall everyone. We're recalling this one that got you banned from the Church of Bry.
Okay,
Let's.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just going to point something out in case Gerald didn't remember. It was one particular priest that you pissed off.
Yeah, it's. I was just about to say. Listen, there are holes, there are gaps. I don't always remember everything. I remember one person in particular, and I do not know at what temple they are resident.
Have you
Could
considered?
they recognize you?
oh,
Yeah.
most certainly.
Will you recognize
now-
them before we get too involved?
What is their name? Their name was. Oh Lord,
You
Huckleberry,
don't
why don't we
actually
try-
remember.
I don't think I do.
You didn't know
I
their
mean-
name. This was.
If
It's like
we
can
put
tell-
you on my shoulders and we put ourselves in a
If you're
trench
looking,
coat,
if you're looking for
That'll
a
work just
description-
perfectly.
If you're looking for a description, and I can give you one of those, taller than me, cleric
That's
outfit,
everyone.
Church of Bry, really severely pissed off, just like the
Ah.
angriest person you ever saw in your life.
Mhm.
th-
Because
is
you committed a
Is
blasphemy.
any of this helpful?
Chepa,
No, because
Chepa with a religious Chepa?
I would like to point out that, well, I may not be particularly interested in any given
No.
faith. I was raised to politely respect any and all gods so as to not piss them off.
okay, but
because-
trench coat idea.
My temper, but with divine power.
It was.
They
a-
won't recognize him if he's tall.
Has
He's already
anyone
said
ever
that.
seen a little Gripply with a rat tail? Because I have not. I don't think they'll buy it.
Well, no, we're putting him on my shoulders.
Right.
But they'll recognize his
A
face.
tall
won't
rat
they?
folk.
But he's tall, and that means that they won't
But it's the
expect
same
that.
face.
Hey, quick question. Sorry to interrupt this spectacular role playing, but can anyone access Archives of Nethys?
I've
Yes?
heard it's been going down like on and off because it's just hit with such volume that everyone's trying to access it now.
Because of the
Everyone's like,
OGL
what's this
1.1.
Pathfinder second edition?
Yeah.
What's
this
this all
Pathfinder
about?
second
Yeah,
edition?
no, I'm getting
It
a
has
service
everything.
unavailable.
Nope.
Okay,
Totally done.
I have it.
awesome.
I have it. It's up. What you need?
No, I was
Oh, are
looking
you
up
gonna
remove
load,
curse.
Are you going to be able to load
Mm.
another page? Is the real question.
No, I got it in. I found the information is also in Foundry. We're good. I was looking
Okay.
up remove curse
Yeah,
because
the
I wanted to see if
compendiums are fast.
remove curse automatically targeted the highest level curse on the creature. Because if so, then Gerald is never getting this curse taken off Huckleberry.
How many
Oh,
curses do you
Specify
have?
the curse.
How
You have
specify the
multiple
curse?
curses?
Yeah.
Y'all's characters don't know it, but like you, the players, are aware of his
Mhm.
clockwork hand that hasn't yet been revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
we Listen,
That's-
Chepa is just like, all right, so let's just. Okay, we cannot go to the Church of Ra. So therefore, we must go to
we
a
can't,
different.
We can. I just can't guarantee a positive outcome at.
Have you considered, I don't know, repentance? Does that exist in the Church of Ra? Can you apologize? Can you say, I learned my lesson?
Well,
Would you like to make a donation to the church, maybe?
You
I
got
mean,
3
I've
lovely
already-
suits.
I've
We can
already
sell some of those
I've
suits.
I've all but given them an arm and a leg already.
Huckleberry.
Womp womp.
It.
So
All
I
right,
will.
All right.
I'm gonna let's flash back to the day you pissed off a priest of Bry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had to be a card game.
So you were. This is before you were outlawed. You were a fairly respected a fairly respected surgeon.
Yeah.
And
Barber, surgeon, dentist type. I guess.
barber surgeon dentist, yes. And you were sorry, I'm flashing back to never mind. Another game Gerald and I were in which we had to find a dentist, and I started looking for barber surgeons because my character was a time traveling Templar Crusader.
Oh
Yeah, that makes sense.
God, that's been a while.
Yeah. I got experience for doing that.
Yeah, I remember that.
But so yeah, we Monster of the Week game. But yeah, we
Nice.
oh god, lost it entirely. So
Going back in time.
you were in your offices, and this like wild-haired, wild-eyed man in like brown and bronze robes with silver, like bronze colored, not the metal, although it might have been, comes in. Now, you know what? Normally, if this were a podcast, I'd just say, fuck it, we're going to edit that out. But we're not, because we're live. It was an itinerant priest, not based out of any particular temple.
Okay, sure. Yep.
So, sorry. That was going to be not interesting at all, so I'm saving us 15 minutes of boredom.
I'm team saying we're going to edit that in post on something that's totally live. That's the
Oh,
funniest thing
100%.
ever to me every single time.
Okay.
We'll edit that up.
We'll cut that in post. So yeah, it was an itinerant priest of Bry who you badly pissed off.
Yeah, I think it was just like a whole situation of, I think it was like trying to get them, like healed up, and it just did not go well.
I mean, that's happened twice
You
now.
damaged them worse, didn't you?
It was
Oh,
like a
you
snake oil
know.
salesman gig, wasn't it?
No,
Not,
Huck has
not
now
spe-
Huck has twice screwed up like surgery on someone.
Yeah.
Once it had cost him this curse, and the other time it was Mugland. So
I can't remember if it was. Oh no, the surgery was Mugland. I feel like the itinerant priest must have been a gambling thing.
oh
personally,
yeah,
but-
probably.
Yeah, like it was a card table, and like I fucking fleeced him for all he was worth, and got.
Maybe you tried to like take like a statue of the goddess as part of the gambling thing.
I think I probably just like in the process of the way it went in my head was this itinerant priest had a little bit of a gambling issue, and Huck took advantage, and along the way made a lot of choice like clock and mechanical puns at the expense of the itinerant priest, while in the process of draining their purse. And at the end of it, they basically were like, you know what? And he
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well-
Huck
And his
didn't make
god
any
cursed
friends.
you.
We're
Got
just
it.
gonna jump. We're just gonna say that
the
through,
details are hazy for Huck.
through her connections with various roving drunken priests of Caden Kalian, Phoebe is able to get someone to cast Remove Curse on Huck. It costs you all 22 gold.
I'll pay it. I'll pay it. It's
Yeah, Huck, I think you have enough
fault.
money to pay this.
I was gonna say Huck's awfully rich, isn't he?
I
He
don't
can
feel
find
like
a lot
chipping
of
in.
gambling.
Listen,
You did this to yourself,
you
Huckleberry.
call someone rich. That's gauche, but I'm doing fine. Thank you very much.
And you'll be doing better when you pay that fee and get the curse taken off, so you're not as
22 gold. It's a small price to pay to be my charming, sparkling self once again.
The kind that gets
Or a
herself
little
with
less
another
prickly
meaner
anyway.
curse.
Well, you know,
Something.
it's the
Maybe if you
curse-
paid like 25, 30, you could get extra charm.
Now, you know what? There's
Yeah,
no sense
make
in
yourself
kicking
nicer.
someone while they're down. That's just, again, that's, come on.
I think
now.
Shepard will go over to the priest of Cade and Kaylee and like, if we give you a little bit extra gold, can you make him a little nicer?
I will not
Just
be
like a little
I will
more
not
pleasant to be
demeaned
around.
Upon
Slightly less
for
skeevy.
just for the nature of my personality. Shepard.
I'm just trying to help you out, okay?
Oh, what did I? Harumph.
I'm doing my friend a favor here.
Gerald, did Huckleberry
harumph.
just say harumph?
Harumph again, I say.
Give the governor a harumph.
Harumph.
So
I
after,
didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
incredible.
you know, they couldn't make Blazing Saddles today because the actors would look at the script and go, "We can't do this. This is Blazing Saddles. They already made this." So after a few days of downtime, Phoebe arranges a meeting with you in that same back room at the Barrel and Bullet.
Yep.
I was
And
gonna say Huck gets his clothes tailored, but
of course he does. Has everybody sold everything they want to off their character sheets,
Oh,
etc.?
no, I need to. How much are we selling?
How much to
I
tailor
have
down
12.
3 very nice suits?
There is
pieces of
also
clothing
one
in the
more
cell.
thing that is unidentified on my sheet. It's labeled as unusual brawling.
I mean, do any of you have Arcana?
Hold up.
No.
No.
I might.
Oh, that's a big old +2 at Arcana for Huck.
I-
I am
Crafty?
trained.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, hey!
We have a winner.
So make an Arcana
like-
check.
Okay.
I gotta go into Pool's character sheet. Let's see. Unusual brawling. I love that. Yeah,
So
make,
Huck does it.
make a if you look in chat, you'll see the various
Yes.
skill checks to identify it. Click the appropriate one.
Sounds good. Tell me what I know.
They are +1 hand wraps of mighty blows.
Aha.
Shep is just gonna like hold up these like little nice like. Those are the white like clean, like cloth that we have, right?
They're the strips of cloth that you found in the bottom of the pool with
Yeah.
the rust ooze.
Shep is gonna
Like-
like hold these up and she's like, "These are good for punching things. Does anyone want that? Should we sell them? Maybe I don't know. It stays white apparently. Like no matter what, we found that in like the garbage
Who's
dump.
best? Who's
Oh, no.
best at punching? I feel
These don't stay white. You're thinking of healer's
Oh.
gloves.
Oh,
These are gross.
oh.
These are like
Never mind.
ace
I
bandages.
didn't say that then. If they're obviously gross, I'm gonna be like, "This nasty. We should just get rid of it."
No, these
I
are
mean-
these are like magical hand wraps that you found in the bottom of a pool of rust and other alchemical crap.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
so
Feel
Ellison,
that we could use the rune part of it.
I
think we
don't
need-
know if you can transfer the rune off of hand wraps.
What is it that they
You
do?
can. It's a
What
straight up
they-
+1 rune.
did they
Oh,
let-
okay.
Would they let me punch someone in the face more effectively?
No, because you can't reach their
I was
faces.
gonna say no. You're short.
yeah, you're too tiny, Huckleberry.
They don't make you grow.
I'm not giving them to you. You got little tiny little rat
All right,
hands.
all right, all right. God damn it!
Actually, come to think of it, I might be decent at punching people.
slap more than punch.
That is true.
If you want, I can give them to you.
Ellison, do you want to punch people? Because I feel like you would probably be best at punching people.
I probably would be best at punching people, but when I'm that close, I like my big giant sword.
That's fair.
We could just sell them and get 17.5 gold pieces.
The
Tapool, your
rune's
call.
worth more than that just to...
Yeah, why don't we just like put it on something else? Can I put it on a gun?
You can put it on anything.
I
I'm
can
a
put it
put
on
on a-
something I'll need a day.
Yeah,
Do you
let's
have a
put it
gun?
on something. I bought a gun. Oh, it's so exciting.
Am I the only one that doesn't have a gun?
Yes.
Probably.
At this point now.
Don't you feel ridiculous?
I'm here to try to I was originally here to try to broker agreements for gunpowder trade or black powder trade, but you know, I mean, things have gone a little sideways. But I wanted to buy a gun because I don't really have any, and my family isn't going to give me any to just play around with, you know.
Well, they're not toys, you know.
There are ranges. You can shoot things for sport.
We can set up some cans at the back.
All right. You're not wrong. You're not.
All right.
So, after you sell whatever
Maybe.
you're going to sell, and you
Mhm.
can do that on your own character sheet while I'm
Yep.
reading this wall of text,
Sounds good.
Okay.
Phoebe gathers you. She pours drinks for everybody. She says, well, I have another problem that needs solving, and I think it's right up your alley. It pays well, and it'll get you even closer to settling your score with your old friends Mugland and Lovelace. Last night, we got reports of a flying, clockwork monster spotted over Hammer Street in Ferris Quarter. It flew over the Estradi due east before leaving the city entirely. She indicates the general area on the map of Alkenstar that you've grown used to being just pinned down to the table by, like, mugs. We checked with the Temple of Bry, you know, goddess of clockworks. They keep a tight rein on which clockworks get made in Alkenstar. Turns out nobody's filed the paperwork for any clockwork cats. According to the... Okay, I'm going to ask for your opinion, because it's Bry, but it's spelled Bryites. And I don't like Bryites. It's two I's together. Might
It's
it
gotta
be
be Briites.
Bryites, Brigites, Bryans?
Right?
How's it spelled?
Briites.
Brighhites.
Oh man, that's tough.
I think it might be Brigites.
Briites?
Like how the
So it's the
N,
goddess Brig.
like the N, no, it's the goddess is Bry, but it's like how the N in column is
Brigites.
silent, but in columnist it's pronounced. Or the
Ah.
G in sign versus signature.
Brigates.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll go with that one then.
I've been thinking about this for hours. It was almost as much of an
the
existential
official
crisis.
pronunciation is Bry.
Yeah, of the goddess
Yeah,
itself.
but like, how do we say like the Brigites?
Bryites, like,
Well, how it's like Christ, but you know they're Christians.
yeah, I mean, this
That makes sense.
it was
I'll go
almost
with it.
it was almost as much of an existential crisis as when I could not remember the tune to Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. I'm not making this up.
No, I
Two-
believe you.
3 weeks
100%.
ago, I was trying to remember the tune of Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes to sing it with my nephew, and all I could get in my head was the tune to She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain When She Comes, which fits exactly and is just a little bit wrong.
That's very frustrating. Today, the entire car of the household that I'm in was just like, "What's the Oscar Mayer Wiener like jingle?" And I was the only one who could sing it like from start to finish. So
Anyway, sorry. Dungeons and Tangents. Steering the good ship ADD back into Riddlin Harbor. We'll go with Bryites. According
Okay.
to the Bryites, there's just one obvious suspect. She slides a charcoal sketch across the table. The sketch shows a gaunt-faced man with bushy hair, thin lips, a broad nose, and an intense stare. Olaman Kosanawa, one of the church's former primary cogs, the second highest rank one can attain within the Bryite priesthood. sorry, Phoebe has lost her accent entirely in the course of this. A real whiz with clockworks, apparently, plus anything else he sets his mind to. Curious to a fault, you might say. He was booted from the church a while ago for breaking protocol and promoting heretical conspiracy theories. Last time anyone saw him in public was at our friend Gattleby's Pyronite demonstration. Kosawana kept a low profile till recently, doing his own thing at his workshop in Ferris Quarter. We got a few complaints from neighbors of loud booms coming from the workshop, but nothing serious. Well, same night Sentry saw that flying clockwork cat, one of Kosawana's neighbors says he saw the old man fleeing the premises, some gun-toting goons in pursuit. Sounds like one of the local gangs broke into the place and our man hightailed it out of there. Now here's where it gets interesting. One of the robbers matches the description of our old friend Ambrose Mugland. She clasps her hands behind her back and turns around to study the whiskey bottles lining one wall. Maybe it's a coincidence that Mugland, who failed to capture Gattleby, leads a gang of toughs to grab this Kosawana guy just a few nights later. But I don't believe in coincidences. I want you to check it out. She drops a cloth sack on the table that lands with a satisfying clink. Go search Kosawana's workshop and talk to his neighbor. The priest at the Temple of Bri will have the address. While you're at the temple, maybe see about whatever... While you're at the temple, maybe see about looking into whatever heretical poppycock got Kosawana in hot water with the Bryites. Could give us some clues as to where he went.
Of course, the Bryites, very reasonable, level-headed,
You know, I think
even-tempered
we'll
people.
be fine.
The Duchess wants you to find him before Mugland does. Ensure his safety and find out what he knows. If he managed to figure out the Pyronite formula, bring him in so we can keep him safe.
Right.
Will do.
Sounds good. So go talk to the temple.
After Huck puts on his disguise.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, well, I mean, it was an itinerant priest, so hopefully they're not in town, but he's just like tetchy. Maybe. Here's my question. Because I know that Huck's going to take strength so he doesn't have a dang strength penalty on his duster anymore. How much did it cost for him to get his clothes tailored?
Oh, how much are the suits of clothes worth each?
Two gold pieces.
They're worth a fair bit. They're worth like...
Oh, you got like fancier ones.
I had the super duper. I mean, it says
Yeah,
price
you did.
55 GP.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I only had fine clothing.
It costs you 15 to get them tailored.
Word.
Each.
15 each?
Yes.
That makes sense.
In that case, he only does 2 of them.
Okay.
How many
and
do you
sells
have?
one.
3.
Oh, okay.
Phoebe's bag contains 200 gold, which I have just distributed to all of you.
Word.
Cool.
50
So
each.
let's see. If he sells one for 55 and they're 15 each, then that's 25 net, right?
Yes.
Cool. So I'll lower that and add 25 gold.
I mean, they're very nice suits. You have to, like, pay a...
Ooh, I disconnected.
No, I know. I'm just the fact that he went ahead and sold one to finance like tailoring the other 2, so that way he's got one that he's got one that's kind of his day to day, and he had one that's a little bit more like evening wear.
Okay, what does the day-to-day one look like?
It's a pinstripe,
Okay.
dark wool, gray stripe.
Pocket watch?
Of course he has a pocket watch.
Pocket watches are extra.
Yeah, I was
well,
going to say,
you know what?
do
He
you
doesn't-
have a pocket watch?
He does. Hang on.
I think
it's
I
Huck.
have a
It's Huck we're
watch.
talking about. You think it's a
Or a
pocket watch?
compass.
It's a flask. It's a one-shot flask
On a chain?
on a chain. Yeah, like the chain is there, and you're like, you have a watch, and he hates clockwork, so he's like, of course I don't have a watch, and it's like beep beep beep. It's like his in case of emergency shot.
Okay.
Yeah, it holds a nip of peppermint schnapps.
Because it doubles to make his breath smell nice.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
No, it's not
Perfect.
peppermint. It's menthol mint.
yeah.
It's Doc Huckleberry's menthol mint schnapps.
It's,
Oh, man.
It's part of the Cape Cod care package. A nip of Dr. McGillicuddy's and a packet of chips. It's from an Instagram video. It's,
Okay. Sorry,
worry
Dr.
about
McGillicuddy's. I'm having bad sense memory. Um,
yeah.
moving on. So, what do you do? Are you going to the Temple of Bry?
I think Cheppa definitely will. Who
I mean,
who worships
Huck-
Bry
Huck-
here?
I
What?
do.
Oh, do
Certainly
you?
not me.
Oh,
Except
she might have an in.
You should lead the charge on this because you actually know stuff. I'll come with though.
Okay.
But I think we should make Huckleberry wait outside.
I'll find
think that's a
place
good
nearby
idea.
and try and gather information otherwise. Maybe there's some gossip about the place.
I mean, Phoebe can arrange a meeting for you with a low-level priest. Phoebe put in a word at the temple and arranged for you to meet with Tertiary Cog Mintakis, the lowest level of priest above acolytes. There's acolytes and then cogs, and the cogs are tertiary, secondary, primary, which is what Kosawana was, and then there's the grand cog, who is essentially the high priest, and occasionally they give themselves fancier titles. This one, I believe, goes by the High Clock Mother. But, so,
Got it.
yes. Tertiary Cog Mintakis. Let me... Let's see. I need to share this. She looks like this. A human woman in a white robe with a silver robe with bronze highlights, a headpiece with 3 interlocked gears on her forehead. And yeah. Hold on.
If the head priest of this clockwork cult isn't Flava Flav, I'm disappointed.
It's not.
It is not Flava Flav.
No.
You're
Although
disappointed.
Priest of Bry.
Yo, I heard
Alright.
you like clocks.
Yeah, exactly.
So I put some clocks in your clocks. So,
Lord.
yeah. So you meet with her. You are
Okay.
ushered into a small office within the temple of the main temple of Bry in Alkenstar, where you meet with her, and she is accompanied by an acolyte, a male human, carries a large leather-bound book fastened with bronze gears.
I think Cheppa's just me like, that looks very fancy. What's it for?
That is the logic of design, our scripture and manual.
Oh, is it like the original one or is it like a copy that, do you have to carry it around everywhere? I don't know too much, so please inform me.
No, it's simply a copy. There are many
Okay.
copies. This one is his.
Neat.
This is, yes.
Do you have a pocket-sized version?
Certainly, we can. I want you to make a diplomacy check.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I prepared for this
Okay.
one.
Cool. I'll just diplomacy check that. Hold up, where'd it go? There we are. I'm not even trying to do anything. I'm just being friendly.
Oh, I know. I understand.
Okay.
So she's, yes, she says here, before you leave, let me dig up, I will get a copy of the latest edition for you.
Thank you.
We should have several.
I appreciate that highly.
What can I do for you?
We're trying to find out a little something about someone who may have been saying some things that conflict with that there book, possibly. I'm not really sure.
And Who exactly are you looking for? Well, you should write things down when I tell you them.
Yeah,
Olaman,
should.
Oloman, Oloman
Uh-huh.
Kosowana, Kosowana.
Hold up. I literally have a book to write things down in.
So when you ask that question,
Yep.
Mintakis raises an eyebrow in mild surprise. She says, "We haven't kept up with the goings-on of the former primary cog for quite some time. In accord with Regulation 1452, Olaman Kosawana is no longer associated with our temple." She turns to the acolyte, who opens the complex clockwork latching mechanism on his copy of the book, quickly locates the appropriate page, and hands it over to you, Chepa, pointing to a heading which reads Regulation 14.5.2. So you can read along while he recites it from memory.
Mhm.
He says, Regulation 14.5.2. All components shall advance the functional or aesthetic qualities of the device. Any component which does not serve the whole shall be excised. He takes the book back and closes it.
I love the way this is
Always
written.
best to get rid of a rusty cog. I say that myself.
And Mintakis nods, her eyes closed, savoring the logic in the words. She says, "So it was with primary cog Kosawana. He chose not to serve the church, so was declared superfluous to our needs. He continues to serve the Whisper in Bronze in his own way, perhaps, but not in any official capacity. I believe his workshop is in the Ferris Quarter along the river, 3 blocks west of Hammer Street."
I guess
That's-
so I really do like the way that was written out. That was just so very sensible and thoughtful. I help my family with contracts, so I really love the language that was there. I do not mean that lightly. That was beautiful. I guess I was wondering what made him, I heard that he was kind of
Not
going
serve
off
the whole.
and yeah, why was he not serving, his part anymore? What
So
would make him?
go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no, she's just kind of like, why did he betray this when it's so beautiful?
So Mintakis frowns and pauses to think about your question. And she says, Regulation 475 guides us. And she gestures to the acolyte, who again opens the book and says, "It is not for the gear to determine how it will turn, but for the maker to set the design. Each gear must work with those beside it, or else the device will fail." And Mintakis nods, says, "Olaman found himself fascinated with some of the less accurate records in our archives, from which he formed a peculiar worldview. Instead of helping to grow the knowledge of the faith, he fell victim to lies and half-truths. Grand Cog Clanelier finally had to ask him to retire from public duties to prevent further embarrassment."
So he misunderstood things that were in your archives.
Yes.
Okay. How'd he misunderstand them though? Like, was it just that there was something not stated, but it went against the logic of the contract or the, sacred scripture?
Let's see. So she looks back to the
A
acolyte.
loophole that surely they didn't mean to actually leave in the license.
So she turns to the
Okay.
acolyte and says, Regulation 317. And the acolyte says, "In order to truly create an original device, one must first create the entire cosmos. All makers build upon those who have come before, and it is the duty of every maker to leave a foundation for future makers to build upon." Mintakis nods again in agreement and elaborates. "Even old texts rife with error are retained by our order, but some stories from the past are meant as allegory, or require heavy revision or annotation in light of new understandings. Olaman took a few such stories literally, and it infected his work, his teaching, and even his mind. You must understand, every religion has those who believe they have cracked the code or uncovered truths that generations of researchers before them have missed. When presented with evidence, these people merely invent a bigger conspiracy to explain away the incongruity that allows them to maintain their beliefs.
Sure. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I would still want to know about legal cases which, were later overturned or which had poor logical reasoning and shouldn't have been ruled the way they were, because that helps me better understand what the law should have been doing the whole time. I like the way you guys think. This is great. Glad I'm getting the book. Can I ask, like, do you have like is there like was there a specific story he misunderstood, or are you saying like he didn't understand that you build upon everyone else that came before you? Like what thing?
So
what story?
she somewhat hesitantly says, Kosawana, though a powerful primary cog, was not exempt from the many rules he broke while accessing the archives. Perhaps you might learn something of the man by reading some of the same books that he did.
Okay.
Are the asynchronous archives, where such texts are held, cogs and acolytes are forbidden from entering it without submitting requests specifying exactly what we wish to study, but guests are permitted to peruse it freely once per month for a single visit.
Oh, okay. Do you keep the records of what cogs and acolytes request?
He was breaking those rules as well.
Oh. Gosh.
Hmm.
Shit. Pardon my language.
Seems like a little schemer.
Well, I bet
I was going to say,
I'll figure something out.
okay, I was going to say I can show you there now, once you sign the appropriate agreements. Or if you wish to return after visiting his workshop, you might have a better idea of what he was looking at.
Oh, probably, because he sounds like the kind of man that didn't return his library books, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah, I bet he took some. And listen, if we find anything that I think got stolen,
Or
we'll come
even
back.
borrowed without returning, we'll be happy to bring it back.
I really appreciate this. Thank you. Tapul, do you have anything else you want to, has anyone else got any? I'm just so excited. I've never really learned much about the Temple of Brass, so this is fun for me.
Sounds like there's nothing else. So yeah, she gives Chepa, she gives you a copy of Logic of Design, the holy book, and encourages you to incorporate its teachings into your daily life.
I really appreciate this. Thank you.
It's a very pretty book. It's bound in almost a silvery white leather with a bronze gear embossed on the cover, like the three interlocked gears that she had on her headpiece.
Anything I can do, by the way, just a quick question. Anything, well, two actually. One is anything I can do to make sure that I'm on the good side of this lovely clockwork goddess, like small things, little things, just be appropriate cog. I'll ask Apple. It's fine. Never mind. Second question.
It took me a second. I'm trying to open up Gods and Magic so I can see if
it's
there's anything
fine.
appropriate.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Chepa probably will just be. No, never mind. I'll ask Tapul because Tapul is like here probably more often. But what happens if, say, a friend of ours maybe had a misunderstanding with a brat and needs to make amends? Is there a recommendation you have for bringing them back into, like, de-rusting them, I guess, if you will, their gear? Maybe they offended someone.
I mean,
they need to make things right.
Nothing in
No one in
particular.
particular. Just
Nothing in particular. Atonement is atonement is a path we all must walk. Pay attention to details and learn from your mistakes is the most important thing to know.
The learning from his mistakes part might be a little tough for this one, but I'll try to beat it into his head.
Tapul, I have total faith in you. Cheppa's just gonna nicely put this little book in her bag, like gently. Like she's genuinely like enjoying this. I don't know that she's ever like she's not like really proselytized to so much as she's just like, hell yeah, I'm gonna read this thing, I'm gonna learn it, I'm gonna like take away some of its logic and use it for myself and find some loopholes.
One thing that you do notice when you're looking at it is it has a version number written inside the cover.
Is it 1.1?
No, it's like, I mean, Bry's been around for a long time. It's like version 84.7.143.
Cheppa's just like, so do they, when you mention updates, like you guys print new ones or?
Oh, yes, of course. All previous copies are recalled and new versions printed when new information, new revelations come to light.
When you say recalled, do they end up in that archive?
Yes, you would find those in the asynchronous archives, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely day.
You as well. So, what are you all doing now?
Hey, Huck. Good news.
Huck like finds his way. You come outside and Huck is like comes out of a bar and is like, boy, you won't believe what I just heard about this place.
Oh no.
Huck? What?
Well, I'll tell you something. And I was just going to do a gossip lore check to see if I'd heard of any like unsavory characters passing in and out of the temple.
Okay, make that as a blind check, please.
Yep. Let's see. And it's society, correct?
Oh,
Or no,
just
I should
gather
just-
information?
Yeah. Well, hang on.
Gossip lore.
Oh, yeah.
It's gossip,
gossip
lore,
lore
which
roll.
is that's recalled knowledge. Oh, that's not quite what I want. Streetwise, that's what lets me do. I can use my society modifier to gather information, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Blind check. I'm trying to remember how to do that. That's blind GM roll or
Blind.
Blind.
GM roll?
Blind GM roll. Private GM roll
Blind.
is just you and me.
Got it. Blind GM roll. And I'm rolling 20. At least I think. Right. And whatever that is, add 8.
Oh, okay. Because say, if you just set it to private GM roll and then click the button, it will still roll it as private.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did
wow.
not get any gossip about the Temple of Bry.
Very well.
People around here tend to really like them.
Yeah, so your hot goss
But-
is like, people love this place.
But Huck, we learned something for you. The path to atonement just means learning from your mistakes.
And making them right. So we got to find like whoever you pissed off and maybe apologize at some point.
I don't know if I have that much time on my hands.
Well,
Oh,
we just need you to apologize to this one person.
I don't know where they are.
I'm sure we can ask eventually. We'll work on it. It'll be an ongoing thing of self-betterment.
Quest.
I'll take it.
A quest even. I like that, Ellison.
All right, I'll take it under advisement.
Huck, you get an extra hero point. We've been going for an hour. by the random number generator.
Hooray.
Yeah, I think we should go check out this guy's like his laboratory, right? Is what we wanted in the Ferris Quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 blocks from Hammer Street.
Yes.
Yes.
The tertiary cog gives you some very detailed directions.
Yeah.
And Phoebe mentioned both checking out his workshop and checking out and talking to his neighbor, who apparently had been who saw something that night.
Why don't we talk to the neighbor first? Ask nicely if maybe there's any traps that might ruin my cape again. And
It's fine.
then we go
Just
in.
has a spot of color.
I had to go get that thing prestidigitated. Dry cleaned. It was covered in gunk that smelled. And I do not like that.
It was a weird day.
And then I also had that one time the yeast thing exploded on me. I did not like that either.
Actually, I think that was all the same day.
Did you see that?
was
That's
just a
just too
bad
many
day.
stains. That was a brand new cape. And I just had to get the whole thing cleaned.
It's very well broken in. I mean, it's held up wonderfully.
I mean, it does look beautiful again now. But anyway, let's go ask the neighbor. Do you want to try? Because now you're no longer cursed. Maybe you want to try sweet talking.
Oh, it would be my, it would be my honor. I'm sorry. I did just find myself, I had a couple of beverages while I was waiting for you to get out of that godforsaken, well, that's maybe not the word.
It is very much not a godforsaken place.
God
It's a,
occupied,
Right.
God
it is
blessed
very
temple.
full of God.
Very well. Anyway, you'll have to forgive me. I found myself possessed of desire to have a nap, but there's no need for that at this time. Yeah, sure. I'll go talk with him. I'd be happy to.
I mean, we can all come with you. I just think maybe. Let's
Yeah.
let's give it a try.
Yeah, let's see what I'm sure they'll have something to recount.
Okay.
Let's just head on over.
So, so you head down there and you're in sort of a warehouse district. A lot of large buildings, and across the street from the one which is the workshop of Kosawana is a ramshackle shop that seems to sell anything and everything as long as it looks like it's been broken at least twice. With a sign over it that just says, "Look at my junk."
I love this. This is great.
Ha
Some people think they can just get away with selling garbage, and they
We
can.
have found the Castro of Alkenstar. Because for those unfamiliar, the Castro is the
gay
neighborhood
district in
of
San
San Francisco.
Yes.
And every storefront in the Castro has an innuendo based name,
Yeah.
like hand job nail salon.
Sure.
Castro's fun. I tried walking around like to the bars in heels there, though. Do not do that because you will look drunk even if you've had absolutely nothing. It's very
Same is true.
treacherous terrain.
Same is true anywhere in like downtown Boston. Any place where there are still old cobblestones that are peeking up through the asphalt.
Oh yeah. But then like San Francisco's at that like what 45-degree angle, and
Oh,
you're
yeah,
just like,
that-
I'm slowly dying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So look at my junk.
Look
The
at my
shop.
jug. Yes. And it's run by someone you wouldn't expect from that title. It's like it's an old, grizzled, cantankerous man.
No, that's exactly what I would expect from that title.
He's just
Okay.
he's just a bear. It's fine.
No, he has no idea why people keep finding it funny. That's what he wants
I
people
love
to do.
this.
He wants people to come in and look at his junk. Why do you keep laughing? God damn
Look
it.
at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Yeah, that's what this shop reminds you of more than anything else. It's Ariel. Well, it doesn't remind Chepa of that because Chepa's probably never seen The Little Mermaid. But
No.
yeah, it's
Me
Ariel's
personally.
grotto. It's Ariel's grotto. Um,
Yep.
Oh, it's a fork.
What do you want?
Well, we're here to follow up on the sign. It says to look at the junk. Here we are. There's junk. We're here to look at it.
Look around. Tell me if you want anything.
Chopper's just like,
Yeah,
can you
well,
point me in
well.
the direction of the best junk you have?
Well,
Like the junkiest junk, the nice junk.
wait, do you want the junkiest junk or the nice junk?
Those are two different things.
The junkiest junk is over there, and he points just this pile of scrap
Like
metal and
absolute
rust.
garbage?
Absolute,
Okay.
like stuff that most people would throw out and probably should. But
Okay.
the best junk is this.
And probably have. He just got it from their dumpsters.
Yeah.
He says, "This is my best junk," and he slams down a cast iron waffle iron on the counter.
Waffle maker. How much is it?
I need to look this up because there's actually several different
I know,
prices for
I
waffle
know.
irons.
Yeah, we had the high grade mithril waffle iron in
This-
one of my games.
Oh, the drunk.
Oh my god.
Someone
can't
in the
afford
Drunken
that.
Geek also has the high grade mithril waffle iron.
This game has everything.
High grade mithril waffle irons.
It's non-stick.
Amazing.
2 gold pieces for that one.
Hmm.
He opens it up and you see that it has in the iron, it has an imprint of the Alkenstar city seal.
Souvenir? Well, think about it.
How much for this fork?
6 copper.
I don't think that's
Nah.
worth more than 3,
I'll give it to you
to be
for
honest
4.
with you. Well, Tipul, you can think about it at 4, maybe. We'll keep looking. I feel like Cheppa and Tipul are gonna like wander and go shopping.
I don't really have hair to brush with it anyway.
The old man looks at you. Riggs, his name is. Riggs looks at you and goes, "You're combing your hair with the I have brush. Why would you even need a comb? You're a frog." Grumble
That's
Spike.
what Tipul was saying. They
Grumble Spike.
no
Butter.
hair, so don't need to comb it.
Don't mind them. Sometimes they're possessed of eccentricities. Very nice to meet you, Riggs. My name is Motal. I am. You knew I was gonna.
Yeah, there was no way
wait.
you weren't gonna.
Well, sure.
Riggs, too old for this shit, Riggs.
I would have had something. No, I in particular, my colleagues and I, well, we're just possessed of a hankering to wander about the city and just hear some of the news, this and that. We're relatively new in town, here to the neighborhood, and we're trying to get the lay of the land, as it were. Understand some of the goings on and the latest happenings, if you follow me.
I don't. You want a map? I got maps.
I would like to see your maps.
Okay, he has a map of the city. It's also a souvenir. It's from like 10 years ago. It doesn't have a couple bridges on it like that exist.
Cheppa's just like, do you have anything more recent, maybe?
You want-
Also, aren't these some of these like the kind you might find free passed out at your local restaurant or something? Like, is this really worth me paying for?
I mean,
I think
it saves
think
you
they're-
walking to a restaurant.
there you're paying for the collector's old edition of the map, possibly, my dear.
Yeah, it's the outdatedness that makes it worth money because it's not up to date anymore, and you can't find this one. See, I'm helping.
Cheppa's just gonna like. Speaking of Riggs, sir, hi. My name is Maria. And speaking of outdated things, I have recently, I'm not from around here originally.
I can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. But so I recently learned that the Church of Bry sometimes like has to put out updates of their holy book. Do you have like older materials, perhaps,
don't-
like an older book?
I don't mess with
No.
anything like that. They
So
when
nothing
they
religious. Okay,
when they
got it.
put out the call to that those are being updated, everyone gives them back.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was something that was a no-no to have, that you might have like someone got rid of it and they
No,
didn't
you
realize
don't.
they had.
You don't do that.
Oh, got it. Got it. Thank
Do you know anyone who would do that?
Yeah.
No, as I just said, you don't do that.
Well, I heard you had a
Some
neighbor
people
who was
don't
a little.
follow all the rules.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Yeah, the damn racketous tomfoolery. Racketous. It's not a word, Spence. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Riggs
Old men
might
just
It
make
say
up
sounded
words
fine.
that don't
It's
exist.
old man talk.
roll with it.
Nice.
Racketous
I've been filing
tomfoolery.
noise complaints with the shield marshals with him for weeks, but nothing gets done under that Deputy Lovelace, I tell you.
Yeah, she's the worst.
Oh,
I also
not a
spit.
fan. Well, don't care for her one bit.
He looks at you
No,
when you
I'm-
spit.
I'm-
He says, "Don't spit in my shop."
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a fan of the. Anyway,
It's what Loveless deserves.
fair enough.
Then go find her and spit on her.
I will.
Good.
Yeah.
Go do it.
What?
Anyway, well, no. Before I do that, I just wanted to. Noise complaints? Like what for? What was that man doing?
I don't know. There was some god awful rackets and booms coming from over there for weeks. He's just loud.
Is it still
Are they
going
still
on?
happening?
Why are you so curious?
Well, I mean, you
Well,
just
if we're gonna move
Explosions
into
are
the
fun.
neighborhood.
well, and that and you've got such a nice store of most excellent junk here. I mean, it would be a shame to think that something isn't being done. And I don't know, maybe perhaps we could, if not lean on the shield marshals, well, not exactly like we have our in with them, but we have it. We as new people to the area, we've a mind to be here for small business owners and juntrepreneurs like yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna need a deception check. No, just give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, sure, fair.
Like,
Blind
I don't
or-
understand why you didn't just come in here and ask him straight out. Like, why the
Trying to get there.
subterfuge? Like, I don't know why you're like,
We're wanted
we're
criminals.
Subtle.
we're
We don't know how to
we're
ask
new in
things.
town,
Spence,
I'm
here's the
new
thing
in
that you have to
town.
and
understand.
it gets
sometimes,
worse.
sometimes I forget what we are doing.
Fair.
Not I, Huckleberry. I, Gerald.
Okay,
Kind of lose the plot.
that's fair.
That's why I was-
Diplomacy.
He's just so
check?
used to
Is that a
lying.
blind GM roll?
Yeah, blind GM roll.
Jesus.
I'm single. I'm new in town.
Town.
This person is not nobility, so my half-fashion clothes will not help.
Correct.
Very well. But there's that roll.
There's a nat 20.
Nice.
So congratulations, you have just improved him from unfriendly all the way up to helpful.
Oh, Huck.
Knew we
you
should have Huck
uncursed-
talk.
You uncursed charmer.
Let's see, where are we? So he confirms that, well, it hasn't been happening for a few days. I saw him chased away by some ne'er-do-wells. How often do
They
well?
look like.
Ne'er.
I was about to say, how unwell were they?
They ne'er.
Well, that would happen fair.
Yeah, he says he saw him chased off by some ne'er-do-wells, but I saw several bandits dressed in gold and black passed by the window there and stop over at that racketous man's door. They kicked in the door and I heard some shouts, some shots, and a scuffle. I couldn't see inside because the windows, and he waves at the pile of junk. I heard some more shots and then he burst out from that loading area on a flying cat made out of brass and gold.
Well,
The
you shouldn't
bandits-
have- don't see that every day.
The bandits flew after him and fired their guns at him, but he flew away. He says, hey, if you're going to check it out, apparently that workshop is so packed with shit that he couldn't even open the front door fully to get inside. Instead, every day I'd see him crack open the door just a little bit and squeeze through.
Okay.
So if we find good junk in there, can we bring it to you to sell?
If you find good junk, you can bring it to me.
Good
Maybe
to know.
I'll take
Thank
it.
you. How much is that waffle iron again?
2 gold.
2 gold.
2 gold, I recall.
Can I give you like 1 gold and 5 silver?
You can give. I'll come down as far as 2 gold.
You drive a hard bargain. Kind of want the waffle iron though. I'll take it.
Okay. Here.
I don't know. Jeppa just wants like fancy things in her life again.
Okay. You can go ahead and add it. Just search in equipment for waffle
Yeah,
iron.
I recently
imprint.
passed by the waffle iron.
It's the imprint waffle
Imprint,
iron.
but yeah.
Can I use my underworld lore to try to identify which gang wears gold and something?
Absolutely.
It was gold and black. I wrote it down.
Make an underworld lore check.
I could make a gossip lore check on that as well.
Let Carrie make the check.
Yeah. I'll see how she does. Yeah. At any given time, Huck is like, maybe I heard something about it.
Oh,
So yeah, on a roll of a 2, no, you do not know.
One thing
Maybe
I did wanna
Huck has
point out-
heard something about this.
What I do want to point out about gossip lore is you can use it to recall knowledge on any topic. But the thing for you to bear in mind as the GM, Spence, is that if I fail a check, I get the effects of the dubious knowledge skill feat. So basically, you can tell me some bullshit,
Okay.
and I don't know that it isn't true.
Yeah, so that's why it always needs to be a blind roll for you.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
think that makes it fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Blind GM roll for recall knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's recall knowledge is for me it's society, right?
Depends what you're
Because of
recalling knowledge on.
Well, it's because
I thought it was gossip. Like I thought you literally had a skill gossip lore.
oh, in any settlement you frequent regularly, you can use the recall knowledge action with society to know the same source. Huh, that's weird.
Cheppa's just gonna keep shopping. Like she takes the waffle iron, but she's just gonna wander looking around.
I
Okay.
think it says streetwise says you know about life on the streets and feel the pulse of your local settlement. You can use society modifier instead of diplomacy to gather information. And in any settlement you frequent regularly, so in this case, Alkenstar,
Yeah.
you can use recall knowledge action with society to know the same sorts of information you could discover with diplomacy to gather information. It says DC is usually higher, but you know information without spending time gathering it. I don't know. This is gossip lore, which is
No, this is streetwise. It's society.
oh, it is okay.
Yeah, because gossip lore is its own skill. Gossip lore, you have a +8 on.
Well, then we'll call this gossip lore. We'll do a
No,
gossip
because
lore check. See if
there wouldn't be gossip about this. This is streetwise.
oh, okay, fair enough. But it's recall knowledge society. Check,
Yeah, make a
right?
society check.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay. Doop. Blind GM society. And let's see. Who knows?
Yeah, you have no idea.
I don't know.
You have no
Have I heard
idea.
any? Okay, fair enough.
You have
Then
not
that's
heard
not
anything.
go-
Gold and black, yes. You're certain that the bumbling bumblebees wear those colors.
You know, I recall something about a bee themed gang. They were the bumbling bumbles, the bumblebees, bumbling bumblebees.
Right.
Does that mean anyone? Is that
Well,
does
I
that
mean,
ring any
to be
bells?
honest, there is. Maybe you thought it was maybe you thought it was a bee. It was a wasp.
Could be.
Calistria. See, I got my nice little waspy like.
You could be on
Dimple.
something there. I don't.
I'm really into Calistria right now because I'm all
Huh.
about that revenge life. So
Huck drifts off as he tries to be like, hold on a minute. He just has
Okay,
like
well,
a
we're gonna
1,000
go-
yard stare.
We're gonna go next door.
we'll check it out. Bring back any junk. Thank you, Mr. Riggs.
Yes, it was a pleasure. Sorry I couldn't buy your fork. I'll come by and buy something else later.
I
Well,
am
don't promise
intrigued by this
business,
exploded
Deadpool.
toilet, but I'll ask you about it later.
There's a map.
Okay. Map
There-
time.
Map time. Are you just going straight over, or are you gonna spend time like casing the joint, or what?
I mean, I would like to look around and
Okay.
at least make sure the door isn't trapped.
Okay. How much time are you going to spend looking around?
I don't know. Who wants to I figure we should a little bit of looking around. Maybe
Decent.
just let's figure out if there's anyone who's watching the place.
Hang on.
Like
Huck
5
I-
minutes.
Huck decides to see if he spots any rat holes.
Okay.
Haha.
I
Are
mean,
there-
yes, you're in a city.
Yeah, okay. Then Huck decides to
my God.
inquire with a couple of the rat. Y'all forgot I could talk to rats, didn't you?
He's calling his little rat folk friends.
Yeah, Huck is like, "Hey there, little buddy. I wonder if you what you could tell me about what I might find on the other side of this door."
Nothing delicious is the extent to it that the rat tells you.
Anything dangerous?
The rats don't go in there anymore.
Bad? No. Oh, you
Not
don't
great.
go in there. Bad smells. No food.
Traps.
Big noise.
Oh,
Traps.
traps.
Rat traps.
Shepard's just gonna tap on Huck a bit, can you ask if anyone's been watching? Watch the door? Anyone out here
Any big rats in there bigger than me?
Not
Looking
in-
around.
No.
Hmm.
I mean, they don't go in there.
No, on the outside.
No big types outside.
Lots of big
Scared.
types outside.
It's a city street.
It's
Oh,
yeah. Like,
That-
I'm not sure what you expect a rat to notice.
The traps was good to know though.
Right.
Thank you very much, friend. You've been real helpful. And
But
then
to be fair,
Huck,
most places have rat traps.
Yeah, he just specified rat traps, not people
traps,
traps.
nothing delicious. I mean,
But they stopped going in, which means they used to go in.
Yeah, they used to go
think-
in. They found nothing delicious in there.
Chep is just wait, before your little friend goes, can you ask if anyone angry, violent?
any big. Tell you what,
Meanies?
little friend, and I'll let you go. Any big loud fights? Any big growl fight? And then all y'all hear is Huck leaned over and going.
There have been the rats. There have been a lot of. There have been some big booms recently.
Big booms, huh? All right then.
Big booms.
Little friend, you take care of yourself. And Huck like reaches into his pocket and takes out like a piece of. I've decided he has this. He just in his shopping. He picked up some aged cheese and he just like hands it off to the little dude. And he's
Part
like,
of his rations.
Oh no, not red. He's got it specifically for this purpose. He hangs.
No,
like-
I'm just yeah.
yeah. It's his. He picked up. I'll subtract a gold and say Huck got some really good cheese somewhere, specifically so he could bribe his little
Friends.
patriots.
Cool.
Well, he confirms. My little friend there confirms the big booms. Fair bit of the story from Mr. Riggs. Says they haven't been in there in a while. Nothing delicious to be had. Says there's traps. Whether he meant just traps for them or more dangerous things of that nature, difficult to say.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can Sheppa do like a perception check to just see if there's anyone perhaps obviously like casing the not casing the place like we are, but like I don't know, like sitting and watching, like monitoring it around in the street?
Yeah, sure.
Or like
Make a
okay.
perception check.
Yeah. And then I'll do another one for like just the door and like if there's traps there. Do I see anyone perhaps waiting for someone to come back or guarding?
You do not at the moment. No.
Okay.
Is
I
the
would
door
like
locked?
to check out the door. Yeah. Like
Okay.
I'll do a perception on the door.
The door is locked.
Would I also need to do a perception to check if the door is trapped before I start picking the lock?
I mean, so
yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
you got a nat 20 on the perception.
Okay.
So, let's see. So you spot on the ground near the door a metal dart, and you notice faint traces of fresh blood on the doorstep and wooden splinters from where the door's jamb was broken.
Like, is the dart like loose on its own?
It's on the floor, like it's in the ground.
Like it's oh, okay, embedded.
Embedded in the ground. It looks like it came through the door.
Okay.
Is there a blood trail away from?
No, it
I
looks
think
like
it's
no.
Just a couple of drops?
Yeah.
Okay.
huh. Well then. Yeah, I mean, I could try unlocking it, but if there's a trap on it, do I have
I'm
to do
gonna
the
move
perception?
not behind Jeppa.
I guess, Spence, do you want me to roll another perception check just to see if there's a specific trap on the door before I try?
Yeah, you do need to make
Yeah,
another.
okay. That's what I'm gonna do. Do I see any traps? I assume there is one, but I don't know if it's attached to the door or if it's more inside.
There definitely you got exactly what you needed. There definitely is a trap rigged to the inside of the door.
Okay.
Like when you open the door, it will trigger a trap. I don't know how you can see this from the outside, but you can.
Probably figure. I mean, it's probably like in the hinges, right?
Yeah.
Something weird about the hinges. All right. So I'm going to do a thievery check, right? To like
To disable
dismantle. Yeah.
it? Okay.
Although my theory, Cheppa's got a working theory that if we only open the door a little bit and not the full way, it won't trigger the trap. Based
Where
on
would you
what-
get that idea?
Where would I get that idea? So I'm gonna see first if I can just get rid of the thing because that's annoying. But I've
yeah,
got 3 small people with me.
you do not disable it.
Great. Okay. Well,
I mean, you
I'm
can
gonna try
try again.
unlocking it.
Okay, you're unlocking.
Well, I'll try again with the trap, and then I'll try unlocking it.
Okay.
Because if I can't get the trap disabled, I think I have a workaround.
Right.
Yeah, but first you have to unlock it.
Yeah.
Nope, you disable the trap.
Yes.
Yay.
Hey.
Yeah, you're able to like cut the string attached to one of the hinges that
Yeah.
does the thing. Yeah.
Alrighty. And then I will go ahead and try to unlock that door. We totally don't look suspicious at all, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like,
We're
You're-
waving to Riggs.
okay, make the thievery checks to unlock. Have you already done that?
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay, let's see. That was a 17. You can make these ones public. Like,
Oh, okay.
thievery is not a secret roll.
Got it. Yeah, because if a trap explodes on me, I'm gonna know pretty like right away.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that is one success toward opening the lock.
Cool. I will do another one.
Okay.
Shepard's just gonna quietly be like, guys, if anyone asks, we are a locksmith company.
That is a second success toward opening the lock.
There are windows.
But why would I act like an animal and break the window?
And that is a critical success. You have completely opened the lock.
And Shepard's just gonna like, do that cool like Fonzie move, and just like bang the door open.
Okay, the door goes
Well,
flying open.
that was not what I expected, but I did it.
So it opens into...
I thought there was supposed to be a bunch of junk in here.
I
It
dare
looks
say
kinda
there might
junky.
be some. Oh, yes, of course. Here we are walking into our friend's workshop as planned and as we often do. Yeah, everybody get inside.
Invited. We were invited.
So this room looks like it once served as an outer office and reception area for a business, but now it seems to be equal parts storage room and junk pile.
Okay. I'm gonna do another perception roll for more traps.
Okay, but can I finish reading the box text first?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
What was once a reception desk is now covered with wooden boxes of tools and spare parts. The walls have various nails and hooks attached in a seemingly haphazard way, with everything from large hammers to small pliers to a bag of now rotted apples hanging from the wall. Wickerwork mannequin parts, arms, legs, torsos, poke from behind the desk, and a mostly assembled mannequin stands in the corner next to the door. A hand-lettered sign that reads "Workshop" hangs crookedly from a single nail in the door across the room to the west, with a second mannequin sitting in a chair next to it. A sign reading "Water Closet" is nailed to a door to the north.
I love that we always know there's bathrooms.
No, you know that somebody tells you that's a bathroom. Technically, we don't know if that's a bathroom.
That's true, but last time it really was a bathroom, so I'm gonna hope.
Okay, so are you entering the room
I'm gonna do the perception check
from the door?
/ enter. Well, like on the threshold
Okay.
and start moving towards inwards.
Okay,
as
you
I
see no
determine
traps
things are
inside.
okay. Cool. I just walk in. I'm a little suspicious of those construct thingies, though.
I walk in and draw my sword.
Okay. Ellison walks
I
in.
have my-
Here, I'll move.
Okay.
There we go.
Ellison has walked in. Chepa has walked in. The mannequin in the chair next to the workshop door comes to life.
Yeah,
of course it does.
Everybody
also
roll
walks in.
initiative, and then we're going to take a break.
I was about to say Huck walks in with a pistol pistol drawn rapier pistol coat dueling pistol. Yeah, he's
Oh, I can't.
Oof.
Put, put, put.
Oof. Rough.
that's public, so let's see.
Yes. Oh. I just like tangled myself in my headphones. That was smooth.
Okay, so what are your initiatives?
26.
10.
19.
23.
Oh no, we just got raided as we're about to take a break.
Oh no.
Should we stop
no.
the should we stop not take a break?
I kind of think so.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Hello, Hylian
We can take a break
Gamercat
after
and
the combat.
other 4 people who came in. We'll take a break after the combat. Okay, so Chepa,
Okay.
you go first. You're in this small office, and
Yeah.
um,
I just got a new feat too. I'm so
Yes.
excited.
I will say if 2 more people follow us, we will hit 50 and be that much closer to affiliate. We were at 47 earlier. So,
Woohoo!
anybody in the chat, anybody here who's not following us yet, please do. It would really help us out. But let's see if we entertain you. Chepa, you're first. You have stepped 10 feet into the room. This
Yes.
construct, which appears to have been pretty badly beaten up. Here,
Uh-huh.
I will show you a picture of it.
Yay, pictures.
Let's see if there's an easy way for me to do this. Unfortunately, folks, we're having issues with OBS and I can't show the VTT today, but we normally do. So let's see. This is this creature.
Oh, I realized. Okay, so my feat that I like just got all excited about was my swaggering initiative, which gives me the +2 circumstance bonus to my initiative roll, and I can interact to draw a weapon. So that's probably going to be the first thing I do.
This is what it looks like. It is a giant
Ooh.
bronze clockwork construct
Wow.
with a massive crossbow with a
I don't like that.
cartridge in it, like a cartridge of bolts in the crossbow.
Looks to
Fun.
me like a
Gee,
Mega
That
Man
looks
villain
dangerous.
if it were
Yeah.
Victorian.
So, Chepa, you're up first.
That's
What are you
no
doing?
fun. Okay, I'm gonna draw my weapon, and well, is it? That's the okay. That's that token. Got it. Alrighty. Do you know what I am gonna do?
I don't know.
I
Why don't you
am-
tell me?
I'm gonna tumble over the I'm gonna tumble over that fun desk.
Okay. Make it an acrobatics check.
Yeah, well, because that can give me panache, right? Any
You'd have to
acrobatics
tumble
check.
through to do it to get panache.
No, I think any acrobatics check.
No, you have to tumble through their space.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Or anything sufficiently cool such that I declare you have panache.
that is fair.
Because you can't intimidate them.
Yeah, no, I really can't. So I will tumble through, right? Because
Yeah.
Yeah,
What if-
that's
what if you-
doable if I'm
what
leaping
if
over the
you
desk
went-
and like rolling into the side next to them.
You
Yes.
went over the desk and you did like a pommel horse breakdance in the process.
That would be a battle dancer swashbuckler, which would be very cool, but it's not what. Oh, I probably just fell over. It was a 13.
Yeah, no, you really didn't.
But I make it on the other side, right? At least.
You're lying on the desk.
Yeah, no, you managed to pull a Robert Redford in sneakers. Which is a
I-
reference
I-
probably nobody
I
gets.
don't- Sorry.
It's okay. If
Can
you
I at
haven't
least
seen
be like-
Sneakers, you should watch Sneakers. It means you basically you try to go over the counter and just go head over heels over it. Because that was in fact a critical failure.
Oh.
Um
Am I now prone?
you
Is
are
that
now
what you're
prone.
saying?
Ass over tea kettle.
What I'm saying is that you are now prone on the other side.
Cool. Love that for me.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think
Um,
I'll take my last action to stand back up.
Okay then.
Oh, wait, no, I can stab its ankles, can't I?
I mean you can.
I will
You
do
will-
that instead.
Okay, so you fall down and you just poke at it with your rapier from the floor.
I mean,
Make an attack roll. I'm not arguing.
It's very
Should I
Cheppa.
trip? Can I trip it?
You can try.
That's a different skill, right? Though.
It is, yes. That's,
Okay, I'm gonna trip it. That makes more sense.
I believe that's an
since
athletics
I'm on the
check.
ground.
Or
can
just
do that.
skill actions trip.
Yes.
Make sure you
skill
target it
action
first.
Trip. Yes. Bum. Select target. Got it. Okay, now.
Alt click to select target if that's not what you're doing. It's easy.
Or hover over it and press C.
I hit the select target button and then I selected it.
That works too.
Okay. Where is my character sheet? There we go. Action. I don't know how to find the rollie for the specific
Let's
action
see.
I'm taking.
Oh, because skill actions, the module hasn't been updated for Foundry 10. Okay. Yeah, just make an
It's all
athletics check.
Okay. I was like, I think that's one of the ones I didn't put as a macro for myself. So,
Yeah, there we go.
25!
Nice.
Against its 22 athletics DC. Yeah. Congratulations. You have tripped the machine.
I knocked it over.
Clang, clang.
Now we're both on the floor.
You
Yeah.
did. It
You just hear like Chapel like, ow.
it uses an action to stand up.
Should have thought of that.
It doesn't, turtle. You have a third action. You can stand. Oh no,
Interact is an action, isn't it?
yeah.
Or
it
do
is.
I? Okay, because the way the feat said it, it says like you can draw a weapon. It like you can interact to draw a weapon, but I wasn't sure if that meant before the initiative
Oh no,
started.
it's
or-
part of your initiative roll. With
Oh.
swaggering initiative, it's part of your initiative.
So it's part of my initiative. So I do have a third action left.
Yes.
Okay, so I will stand back up also.
Okay, so you stand up. And the clockwork.
Wait, I could have. No, wait, pause. Sorry. Could I have hit it while it was still on the ground?
Yes, you could.
And it's prone. Do I get my sneak attack?
It is flat-footed.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna hit it. Actually,
Okay.
since we were winding back, I did have a remaining action.
Yes.
Okay. I have my rapier out. I have that thing targeted. I'm just gonna click it because I think it automatically does the thing for me.
I
Do you
was
have the
hoping-
do you have
I
the
was
thing
hoping
checked on
Ellison
Foundry?
could like suplex the thing.
Yeah. So that would be a crit,
Nice.
specifically because it's flat-footed.
Nice.
So
Okay.
roll that beautiful streak attack damage.
Hell yeah.
Sneak
Did it
attack.
give me my sneak
you
attack?
Sneak attacked by busting
Yes!
your ass.
21
over a
points of
desk.
damage.
Woohoo!
21 points of damage for
For falling on my ass.
This is the Huck version of swashbuckling that you're pulling.
I
You're
mean,
just like,
I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't all go through because
Fair.
it is a hardened
Construct thing.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
I just need to
Yep.
figure out I need to heal it for its resistance.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. So you
So
have
I'm still on the
stabbed it.
floor. It can stand up now.
You are still on the floor. It can stand up. Let
Yeah.
me make you prone.
But I wanted the sneak attack. It was very satisfying.
Oh yeah.
It was very satisfying.
So the construct stands up. The construct levels the crossbow at you
Oh.
and fires it twice.
Oh no.
Oh wait, hold on. First,
Just-
it has to roll a d4 first to see how many actions it gets on this round. Because it needs to be wound up. It only has one action to fire after it stands up. So it fires once at you.
Fun. I'm just gonna, put on my little nimble dodge. So I
That
can
is
see it.
that is a miss, even with your flat-footedness for prone.
Yes.
a sizable crossbow bolt comes firing out of the thing and half buries itself in the floor next to you.
Cheppa's like
You miss
this.
at that range. You are just a terrible robot.
I think I hit its eyeball.
Ellison, you're up.
All right. I'm going to move up. I had already, because I said I drew my thing when I walked in the door, the sword.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
And so I'm going to hit it. Maybe?
Oof.
No.
Oh,
Probably
All right, I'm
not.
going to try to hit it a second time.
See, the reason I didn't say I was going to draw my thing is because I knew I got that feat, and I was like, I'm going to be able to draw the thing whenever.
Okay, so your second shot manages to hit.
Ooh, 8 points of damage.
Okay, for a whopping
Most of which is going to go away.
3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Still something.
Definitely. Huck, you're up.
Huck gets his 10 paces, which he uses to go 5 feet in, and right here to the corner. I did say, I was in the process of saying as he opened the door, he was guns drawn.
You did, yes,
Um,
I heard.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. So he is going to target the automaton and say, "Have at you, Rush Bucket!" And go for, I think, his dueling pistol initially. Yeah, we'll say that. Or wait, hang on, I've got some new feats to play with. Before he does that, he can feint with an E against this thing to try and render it flat-footed with his pistol twirl.
Feint is a mental effect and therefore does not work on automatons.
Well, in that case, he'll use gossip lore. No, I'm kidding. A rat will drop from the raptor. Whatever. He can't fake it out either. Damn. Because that's another like fake out. At least I think it probably is. And maybe that's
Yeah.
not mental. We'll find out later. Anyway, yeah, he just shoots the damn thing. With his dueling pistol. That's what he does.
Just shoot the damn thing.
Just shoot the damn thing on 3. Oh dang, I did it as a blind GM roll. Duh.
It's fine. You hit. You got a 23.
Very well. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Let's see some damage.
Ooh.
Not much.
It
No damage at all.
It pings off of the heavily armored automaton and goes ricocheting around the room, fortunately passing over the dwarf and the prone tiefling.
It just like rolls and then like finally stops right against the dart that almost like took Cheppa's arm.
Oh, yeah.
Huck.
Oh,
She's
that's
just
not
collecting them
it.
now.
This does not match the dart that was outside. The crossbow bolt
Okay.
and the
So
dart are
that's-
two different things.
Oh, sorry, bolt.
So,
That's what I
so
meant.
he took his 10 paces to move. He fired. He's going to sheathing a weapon. Is that an action?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so
Dropping a
But
weapon
dropping
is
is
a free action.
free.
dropping is free. Oh man.
Crying is also a free action.
Good to know.
Unless you're in the bathtub, then it takes 2.
Just because he's going to toss the dueling pistol down as a free action. Can he make it over the desk? I guess that might be an athletics, or could he do an acrobatics check?
Oh, that's an acrobatics.
Yeah, that's what I did.
He'll try to acrobatics check over the desk so he can rush up and take a swing of his rapier against his better judgment. That's what he's doing. So first, we'll acrobatics.
You can't do all of that in the rest of the round because you have to draw
Oh,
the
I can't?
rapier.
Oh, the rapier was the other gun. Rapier pistol.
Was it set in
Oh,
rapier
do I
mode or
have to-
pistol mode?
Oh, damn it.
You said pistols drawn.
You
Yep.
did.
I
Yeah.
did say pistols drawn. Very well.
But if you want to see if you land on top of Cheppa, then you can still do the acrobatics roll. You'll make a nice shield for me.
Well, in that case, all right. In that case, Huck, instead of doing all that, Huck fires with the one gun with the dueling pistol. He reloads it for action 2, and he fires with the rapier pistol for a second attack, hunting a crit.
Okay.
We'll go with that. And
Works for me.
He does need
Make that roll.
target, strike, rapier. Come on.
I'm sorry. Is it weird that I'm excited that we got our first raid? Yay. Thank
Not at
you.
all.
No,
Thank
that's
you again.
cool.
Never been raided
That's a
before.
delight.
Yay.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. What did you roll? A 13. No, that's a miss.
Gotcha.
Even more of a miss than I thought because I still had him prone and he had stood up. It had stood up.
Ouch.
So yeah, big old miss. Next up is Pool.
Pool did not specify that she had her short bow drawn, so she does that.
Okay.
Then she will click some gears on it.
Okay. May I take a moment to remind everybody that you already know that automatons tend to be weak to electricity?
Yes.
Just as a reminder, because
But
it's been a
now I'm
while.
a little concerned that someone will throw something electrical at it and hurt me.
Oh, you'll
If
get
I
hit with
had-
splash damage. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so to
All
Pool.
right. That is a critical success on my overdrive as I spin some knobs and dials on my short bow.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use my last action to shoot the stupid thing. And
Yeah.
miss.
And that's when you roll the 2.
Yep. As I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could hero point it, I guess.
Oh.
Eh.
We are 8 minutes away from
Fine.
getting the next randomly assigned hero point.
Cool.
Cheppa, your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm gonna stand up.
It does not have attack of opportunity. It
Yeah. But I can do another oop, wrong. What did I? Oh.
nope, nothing.
That was you. Okay.
That was me. I messed something up.
I am standing up, gonna do a tumble through to here. Nope,
A success.
Oops. There we go. Moving that. There we go. Oop. I did not mean to move it again. Oops. And I'm gonna try hitting it again. I'll worry about taking out the bottled lightning after this.
Okay, so you tumbled through, and that means now it is. Is it now
I got the-
flat-footed?
Oh, I don't remember.
No, you just moved through.
No,
its
but I
space.
have panache.
Yes, you do have
Yes.
panache.
And I'll just do a finisher, because why not?
The other type of precision damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to be so excited when I can do a finisher with sneak attack. Oh my gosh.
Not
And
like
that was
that.
one.
Not
That
with a
was
nat one.
beautiful.
Not with a nat 1. Man, I wish I had some sort of like button set up on my stream deck to like play a song for nat
Wah,
1s.
wah, wah. Did we all start with a hero point though?
I have
Yeah,
a
you all start with hero
module
point.
for
You
that.
have a hero point.
I will hero point that. I don't care. Let's see.
You can use soundbar.
where do I-
Spence.
Clicky click. Reroll using a hero point. That was just so sad, you know? Well, that was still a miss.
That's better.
But it was only a miss.
Slightly less humiliating.
It was only a miss by 1.
Tragic.
Ah.
Okay. Well, that was the end of.
Yes. Sorry, I'm looking at. I keep trying to look up things on Archives of Nethys, and it's still down.
Yeah, it's been touch and go for me a little bit, for sure.
RIP the like traffic volume it's having to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. Alice. Oh no, sorry. Automaton's turn.
Yeah.
Automaton, however, has decided that Huck is the most dangerous with the gun running through its programming.
This
So,
automaton's not that smart, but okay.
Come
I mean,
on,
yeah.
Otto.
Well, that's why he thinks Huck is a threat.
Yeah.
and the automaton gets 3 actions this turn, and they're all going to repeating crossbow.
Huck watches the thing kind of like aim toward him with the giant crossbow, and just to no one in particular goes, I feel great about this. No regrets, everyone.
Okay, so the first one is a nat 1. The repeating crossbow jams. The automaton is so damaged that it's programming so like not ramshackle, hurried, that it just pulls the trigger 2 more times and it clicks on the jammed bolt.
Does it fire a bolt at all, or
Nope.
No, because it's
So
jammed.
it takes all 3 actions to attempt to fire a broken crossbow.
Huck
Huh.
laughs.
Ellison, your turn.
All right, I am going to try to hit it again. Hopefully, have a little more success.
Oh,
Not like that.
No.
that was a 17.
Yeah.
Get it right in the gearbox.
Chappa, are you sure you didn't want to tumble through to the other side so Ellison could step into the flank?
Yeah, that's fine. I forgot directions existed.
Yeah, like you didn't have to go into that spot.
No, I didn't.
Okay, but that second shot is a hit for Ellison.
$10 points.
Okay,
Heck
Getting
yeah.
better.
definitely. Huck, we're back to you.
Very well. Very well, you heap of bolts. Take this. And Huck, I mean, I guess he already reloaded the dueling pistol. And he's just gonna try and get another shot off at it. Now I'm really pissed. He doesn't really know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that.
That's a natural 3, friends.
Yeah, that was a 3.
well, he re-rolls with the hero point.
Okay.
'Cause
Fair.
got
Fair.
2 of them. Hell with it. Whatever, dude.
That's much better.
That's a hit. That is
Nice.
a 29 altogether.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Well, that's fine.
For no damage.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Jeez.
Ting.
My guns are useless.
Chappa's just like, we got lightning.
I don't have any. Huck sheathes the one pistol for another action, and
Okay.
with the other, he pulls out the alchemist fire that he does have in his pocket and goes, "Wolfish hell!" That's all his actions as he's standing there, like unclear what to do.
Chappa's just like, I'm no chemist.
Tapple,
All right.
it's your turn.
I'm sorry.
Apple's gonna
Tell
get
us
off
what to
the
do.
street. because-
Narratively, the most interesting thing for Huck to do there is jack
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
Well, you
because
did
right
distract
now,
it from trying to kill me again, so I
because
really
right
appreciate
now
that.
people
Actually,
just see a frog standing on the street firing a bow into a warehouse.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm getting off the street here, and I am going to, with my second action, draw a bottled lightning.
Thank
Also
you.
Alkenstar though, so they're like,
And then with my
Not any
third and
stranger than
final
what happened last
action,
week.
I am going to chuck a bottled lightning. And that one I am going to hero point away
Yeah.
from
Yeah, that was a nat
natural
one.
1 and into a natural 8.
But it's only a
Splash
miss.
damage.
Splash damage, and because it's weak to lightning or to electricity, you get its weakness anyway. So what's the splash on it?
Let me take a look.
range increment 20 feet. It says on the thing. Is that different if it's splash?
Yeah, it should just be a point of splash, probably.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
one
okay.
point of electricity splash.
okay.
Cool.
So it just does 6 damage to it.
Dang.
That's still
I have
helpful.
another one for next turn, but
And
that is it for this turn.
yeah. And Tapul, you get the extra hero point this time.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay!
I just spent it.
The RNG likes you. Chepa, your turn.
How beat up does this thing look?
It looks pretty beat up. Like
Cool. Then I'm.
but it was already pretty beat up. Like someone beat this thing up before you got here.
Yeah, it didn't look too hot. So, how do I? Oh wait, I got this. Oh, it's flat-footed.
It is.
It is.
Wait, no,
flat.
on a hit. Wait, okay, so it's because it's flanked. Never mind. But still exciting for me personally. I have bottled lightning. I'm gonna draw out my lesser bottled lightning for an action, and then I'm gonna that didn't work. How do I? There we go. Weapon. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Okay. And then I'm gonna smack that thing.
Okay.
Nice.
That's 20.
Ooh.
Sorry, I didn't
Okay.
mean to yell.
No, it's fine. I appreciate that. I was gonna say it's almost impossible for you to miss.
Yeah, because I am standing right next to it. I'm gonna roll my damage.
Yes, please do.
5 whole points.
Wait, did it
Five.
count? Oh no, that's 1 point of splash. Okay, but it's because it's weak. First of all, both Ellison and you take 1 point of
Yes.
splash damage.
Oops.
But you also just did all of its hit points because it's weak to it.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah. It's dead. Well, it's no longer animate.
Hell yeah.
No,
So
everyone, I'm just embarrassed. I was no help at all on this. I need to make sure I keep some lightning on hand.
so
Huckleberry, you made sure that it didn't shoot me again while I was on the ground.
Well, I suppose that's something.
You presented a big target for it.
Well, a little target, but still a target.
We all knew what you meant.
so what are y'all doing now?
Is there any in the description of the desk, was there anything that like I remember you mentioned rotting apples. That was gross and that kind of took my attention. Was there anything on the desk that we think might be useful to look at? Should we do like a quick search?
Yeah, do a quick search. It takes you like
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll
To
do
search
a
the
little
room.
perception.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Perfect.
blind roll.
Yes, please.
Can
Got
you
it.
make any use of these bolts here, pool? Is this something useful?
Well, you
to
can just bring that over to Mr. Riggs across the street.
Well, I suppose that's
Yeah, I
true.
don't really use crossbows. That's why I took apart the one that we had and added its stuff to my bow.
Oh,
So
right.
inside the box of mannequins, inside the box of mannequin parts,
Mhm.
Ellison finds a wand.
Okay.
Dope.
Which I've just dropped into Ellison's inventory.
All right.
Chepa, you find tucked under boxes and papers on the desk an old velvet bag,
Ooh.
which you can open up. You'll see it in the room next to you.
Wait, and the
It's
thing next to me?
glowy.
Yeah, you should see.
Ooh. Ready. So I can just like hit the loot, yeah?
Yeah, you can just double click it. It'll open it up.
Woohoo! No, there's a button that says loot. I hit it, but it's not doing anything yet.
Oh, I didn't know there was a loot button.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not a button. That's a drop down.
That's a trait.
Oh, ha! That's why it's not working, guys.
So yeah, there's 78 silver pieces, and a small unpolished garnet inside.
Cool.
Shall we distribute the coins to everybody? Oh no, you just took them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I can put them back.
I dare say
I was
you
gonna
earned
I
it.
was gonna tell everyone to like take this amount, but I didn't know how to do that. So
It's fine. I just put the garnet in your inventory. So there's 2 doors out of this room, west and north. West says workshop, north says water closet.
How
Do
about
we
we check?
believe that this actually is a bathroom?
Why don't we check that one first? Because
yeah. Let's
Okay.
just make a
it should
quick
be easy.
check. Do y'all
It
want
is
me to
indeed a bathroom. There is a toilet and a sink.
I mean, you should never pass up an opportunity to use the facilities when it presents itself.
Well, you
And
could have
a
let me
very
make sure
used
there
bar
wasn't
of
anything
soap.
that would. Okay. Well,
Wait,
I just
and-
wanted to be sure that nothing would, shoot you before you open the door.
Who traps a bathroom?
Well, we didn't know it was actually a bathroom.
You say that, but Carrie and Gerald both played in a game I ran where there was a trap on the sorceress's bathroom door that was disabled by knocking first.
Oh yeah. I remember
Yeah, that tracks.
That tracks.
Okay, we're gonna
Okay.
take a quick break and we'll be back
Yep.
in about 10 minutes. See you soon.
Yes.
back.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Apparently, so authorization follows Gerald. What about the folks who came in with the raid? If you're still here,
Oh, I was wondering if that was Arthur.
apparently,
Hell yeah!
apparently it is.
Oh, hell yeah! What's up, buddy?
I follow Gerald as well, but that's because I play a game with Gerald.
Well, sure.
Also,
I'm sure you'd follow him anyway.
I would. We like to talk. I like when Gerald talks about the New York Times crossword. Except
yeah.
2 weeks ago when they had a swastika as the grid on the first night of Hanukkah.
Let's not talk about
Apparently, that was like a total accident. Like, which
it.
because they have to use like some kind of algorithm to create the boxes. But I'm like, you would think you would design an algorithm that couldn't. Like, I don't know.
It's-
Someone should have spot checked that.
It's a yeah.
I
It-
agree.
That's
Also-
a whole, yeah.
Also, the fact that the guy who created it, his username was like NYT88, which is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway, I'm gonna do a perception check on the other door to make sure that we don't trigger another trap, and then we can check the out door.
please do.
Sounds good.
You find no traps on the other door.
Cool. Let's just open it.
Okay.
Neato. I'll step in.
I
Or do
see
you want
a
to step
bunch
in
of
first,
junk.
Allison?
Stop in.
So, are any of you? So let's see. Ellison has dark vision.
I have
I
greater
have
dark
some.
vision.
I think I only have what's the dim version?
Low
Low
light.
light.
Low light.
Yeah, I have low light vision.
I mean, it's daytime,
Same.
so there are the only windows in this room are some high slit windows that let some light filter in. So you're all good. I just wanted to make sure because it's otherwise dark.
yeah,
Oh, and it stares down.
fine.
Wait, what? Yes, so
Little steps.
yeah, the windows are 5 feet wide and a foot high, about 10 feet above street level. So the floor of this broad stone workspace, it's about 3 feet lower than the other rooms in the building. There are steps leading up to 3 doors along the wall that you just came in through. The one you came in and 2 more further down. And then the room sort of curves around to the west, or curves back around at the north end, where you just see some piles of sandbags. I'm assuming you can see that from where you are at the north end of the room.
Yeah, just have to.
So bronze gears, metal rods, screws, springs, mechanical miscellany of all types and assortment lie scattered over every horizontal surface in this room, including the floor, which Kosawana appears to have thought of as the largest, lowest shelf in the place.
Makes sense.
6.
Yeah.
Relatable.
He's not wrong.
6 half-complete humanoid clockwork constructs are propped against work tables and on makeshift stands around the room. Several dozen clocks of every description cover the walls, workbenches, and floor, and a particularly large grandfather clock stands against the south wall.
That's some nice junk.
3 short steps of stone stairs to the east lead to the doors of a wooden office block. You just emerged from the southernmost door. And a metal ladder propped against the northeastern wall seems to lead to a congested storage loft above.
Okay.
Opposite the offices, a 6-foot-high wooden platform spans the western wall, with 3 ramps connecting the platform to the workshop
that's what
floor.
those are.
Atop
Okay.
atop the platform, there's half a dozen wide wooden loading doors that line the west wall.
Ah.
To the north, piles of sandbags obscure a crumbling and pockmarked corner of the stone room, the floors and walls that you can see practically falling apart.
Well, that looks important.
Or dangerous. Don't forget dangerous.
Or both. Both
Yeah,
is
¿por qué no los
bad.
dos? let's check it out. Should we start, guys? Should we start on this end and just work our way over? Or you want to just skip to the explodey looking stuff?
I think we
Let's-
need to look at all of it. So I'd say just start at this end and work our way down, up.
I'm gonna do like
I think we might get a better vantage point if we go up onto the loft here and look from here. That way, if there's something nasty in that corner, we can shoot it from up here rather than fighting it from down here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, up high,
Fair.
up high is fine. Yeah, sure. I like pools. Play it. Huck seems really nervous. He is constantly flexing his left hand a lot, and he has taken a slug out of his flask.
I think Cheppa is going to start at least like on the ground level, look for like traps like where we entered in and around that area before going up on the platform.
Okay, so that's going to take you a while. Like if you are looking at everywhere for traps, we're talking like
No, I
an
meant like
hour
just
of
this
searches.
bottom. No, I meant like the bottom, just that bottom area before that first platform.
Okay. Make a
Does that
perception
make
check.
sense?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay.
I don't
Huck-
see anything in the corner. Except for exploding marks.
Okay, so that was a nat 20 on Cheppa's perception.
Yeah. So just this like bottom bit.
So you notice you don't find any traps down there.
Okay.
You do,
Which
however,
is good because I already walked over it.
You did. I would appreciate it if you describe what you're doing rather than just moving yourself on the map, because that feels more like a video game.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing and then do it.
Fair.
You do, however, spot two things with that nat 20.
Okay.
Two of the clocks most of the clocks are running. Two of them, however, are set to a particular time.
Ooh.
They are set that two of them have stopped at let me make sure I have to give you this correctly. Sorry, at 2 minutes and 7 seconds past 2 after 2. So 2:02:07.
2:02:07. Both of them?
Both
Same
of
time?
them, exact same time.
Okay. I'll just take the clocks. Are they small enough to like put in my bag?
No, they're
Oh,
sizable,
Big.
Sizable and
okay.
delicate.
Big boys. Got it. So I'll just write
One
that
of them
down.
is a big grandfather clock.
Ooh, yeah. Can I open it?
I mean, you can.
The perception check didn't account for the trap on the clock. Like,
There's no clock. You can. There's no trap on the clock.
okay, I'm gonna open the clock. I
Okay.
want to see if there's anything cool inside.
There's a pendulum.
Can I search inside the clock, or is that a waste of my time?
It's a waste of your time.
Okay, cool.
You also, with that nat 20, see a cat in the rafters.
Kitty.
It appears to
Okay.
have an hourglass. It is wearing a collar with a silver hourglass shaped pendant.
Kitty.
Oh, careful now. You said that's a cat? Hang on.
It's a kitty cat. I found a kitty cat, guys.
I
I don't know
I
that
don't
cats
know.
and rats get along.
I don't know that you did.
That's not a real cat. It's a right. It's not a real cat. It's a clockworky cat.
I think so. Huck is going to walk over
I love
to
pets.
look at the two automatons, not in the southernmost workshop area where Chepo was looking, but the next
Yeah.
one up. He's going to walk over kind of there and start and kind of have a look at them from this vantage point.
Can you point where I saw the cat on the map?
It's in the rafters.
Oh, okay. Just like directly above my head. Got
Yeah,
it.
like way up.
Cool.
From where Huck
Cheppa's
is,
just trying to convince the kitty to come down.
Okay. So Chep is standing there going, "Psst, psst, psst, psst,
Yeah, she's probably gonna come up on the platform while she does that.
Okay. Up on the loading dock.
Yeah, this thing.
Okay. Huck, what are you doing?
Huck is looking at these two automatons that are down low. Particularly, he's carefully kind of inspecting them with a suspicious look, but he's having a look at like the arms.
Okay. They're half completed.
Hmm.
Um,
Huck, you see something you want me to check out?
Oh, I don't know that I do.
I mean so that table there is his like main workbench, main like clockwork workbench.
I think from where Chepa is standing now, she can probably get a sense of that's what that is. Like
Oh, yeah.
from a elevated view. So she'll come back down.
Absolutely.
She's gonna stop heading up and she's gonna come around over towards it was this one you said? Nope.
This whole section.
Yeah.
The whole
she'll
middle
look at
section.
the
There's two
two-
workbenches there. It seems to
Yeah.
be like, yeah. I keep wanting to say Kurosawa, but that's not his name.
I really keep wanting to call him that.
Yes.
Huck moves
Kosawana.
closer, and
Kosawana.
he wants to like look around at this major workbench and see what's
Okay.
if
Yeah, I'm
anything is
gonna
there.
start searching the first one and then I'll search the second one.
Is that
Jesus.
blind?
How many nat 20s are you going to roll tonight?
Heck
then?
yeah!
Just let me know.
Well, never
All
mind.
of
I was
them.
about to ask if
All
that's a
of
blind
them.
GM roll,
Okay.
but who cares?
So, a couple things then. First of all, you notice a couple more clocks set to that same time. 20207.
Mm-hmm.
On the device, on the workbench is a device made of bronze gears and small adamantine hammers with a big hexagonal crystal in the center. Which appears to be a quartz-based clock. Next to it
Can I fit
is
that in my bag?
you can fit that in your bag.
Nice.
Next to it is Kosawana's personal copy of Logic of Design.
What edition is it?
Same edition.
Okay.
So as the one I got. Okay, so if I open that book, what is section chapter 2, section 2, verse 7 say?
That is where you find his bookmark, actually. His like the sewn in
Yes, I don't even
bronze
have to like
brass
make it
colored
hard.
bookmark. It goes right from regulation 2.2.6 to regulation 2.2.8. They do not renumber when things are removed between editions.
Hey guys, I figured out what we need to go find in that library thing.
Oh,
What'd you
okay.
find?
So this guy has a bunch of clocks, and they're all well. Some of them are stopped at the same time. There's now like what 4 stopped at 20207, and his copy of the book, the Brad book that they got. I'm sorry to pull. I forgot the name already. That doesn't exist. That's not a verse that exists. It got removed. So he's like obsessed with this verse. That's whatever crazy shit he's been going on about.
Huh.
Um,
And the book is The Logic of Design.
Thank you. Yeah, the Logic of Design. I'm just gonna like put all this in my bag.
Be very careful with the book.
Yeah, I'll be respectful of the book. Don't worry.
Be
Okay.
very careful with the clockwork thing that could explode.
so
Well, I
Pool,
don't
are
think
you
it's a
gonna take
trap.
the various like clockwork tools and components?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because there's 130 gold worth of them.
Nice.
There's also an unusual crystal, an octagonal crystal that seems to have been shattered and like pieced back together with molten metal, like that pottery, the Japanese pottery done with gold, but
Yeah.
with bronze.
Kitsugi.
Yeah.
Yeah, except this is a crystal and it's bronze.
Okay.
And there's
So we're all gathered in that one spot. We all kind
and there's an unusual powder.
Crafting check to identify the powder.
Let me drop the skills in chat. Yep, crafting check. Success. It is
Woohoo.
timeless salts.
Ooh.
What's that?
You sprinkle them onto an object up to 10 cubic feet in volume to preserve it for a week.
Oh.
It also extends like the amount of time it takes for that a body can be revived with magic, or the wait time before a corpse can be targeted with talking corpse, etc.
Does Tapul tell Chepa this? Pool, what's that
Yes.
stuff you got? Yeah, okay. Cool.
It's timeless salt. It's a preservative that is magical and can preserve bodies or meats or things for like an extra week.
So, could you put it in an hourglass?
Save time.
Yeah, like you're saving time.
I don't think that would. I don't think that would do much of anything. It's like it's like salting your meat to preserve it, and it stops it from decaying.
But if you put it in a kitty cat,
Why are we putting it in a kitty
I was
cat?
gonna say.
because there's a little cat with a little hourglass on it, guys. Is
Where
that
is-
too gruesome? Okay,
where
it's not
is-
a Nina. That's fine.
Where is that thing anyway? And Huck starts trying to look around for it.
Make a
It was
perception
like, it's
check
up
to
there.
seek. It appears to have, Chepa, when you say that, you see it actually jumping down off the rafters onto that storage loft. Straight across from you, above the 3 offices. And is anybody going to take that crystal or try to identify it?
I will try to identify the crystal.
Okay.
It's
What do I need for that? Any
Uh,
of those? Okay.
Arcana, nature, occultism, or religion.
I can also try
I
to do
roll
that for you then.
religion.
You fail.
Yeah.
Can I look at it?
You can.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a piece of clear quartz. Its nature
Is
is
it-
unclear.
I don't
You-
know either.
You also failed.
I don't think I have any of the.
is this
Well, let's pocket it, and because I don't know what.
Okay. I threw it into your
Well,
inventory.
Let's see.
Where to now?
Yep.
I want to follow the kitty cat.
I want to check out that door.
Okay.
Which
Um,
this one?
the- Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to perceive the door to see if I see anything.
Okay. You see nothing. No traps.
Okay. I'm going to go up and open the door.
Okay. So you open the door into a storage room. The room's walls are lined to the ceiling with shelves overflowing with metal ingots, spare parts, clockwork components, and assorted junk. There are teetering stacks of metal pipes, rods, and gears that balance precariously on the shelves, and the window in the eastern wall is boarded up from the inside. Leaning against the junk piles in the northeast corner is a wood and brass clockwork construct that appears to have had its legs blown off.
I go in the room with my sword drawn and look around it.
Okay. You see the clockwork construct trying to move away from you with you and your sword.
It has feelings.
Yeah. Here's what he looks
So-
like.
Oh,
Aw.
baby. It looks like one of those like not
Oh.
DreamWorks and not Disney
Pixar.
animated. No, not Pixar. There was like they did that robots movie and it
Yes.
looked like that with the big eyes and
Yes,
yeah.
it's adorable. It is a adorable tiny steel and bronze creature
Baby.
with enormous eyes.
What did you find, Ellison?
I think I'm scaring a clockwork.
No.
I'm not doing it intentionally.
Well, you haven't put
Hey,
your
little
sword
guy.
away yet.
I
Chapel
sheathed
runs
my
over there.
sword.
Hey, little guy, we're not gonna hurt you.
I need you
Shepard's
to
just
make
like,
a
I scare everyone.
I
I'm gonna
need you to
stay
make a
out here.
diplomacy.
Come on, big number. That's good enough, I hope.
It is.
21.
Yes. 21. You have improved him to indifferent.
We're not gonna hurt you. We're just looking around. Can you talk?
I can,
That's good.
but armed strangers have proven to be what's the word I'm looking for? Armed strangers have proven to be dangerous and scary.
I put on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sword.
I understand that. We're also scared of armed strangers. My name is Tappool. Now I'm not a stranger. Does that help?
Make another diplomacy.
This is so cute.
That's a 25.
Nice.
I am Sui.
Nice to meet you, Sweet. I promise we're not here to hurt you.
I am Sui Pup. That is what Master Olamon yelled at me most often.
Oh, why would he yell at a
Sweet-
sweet little creature
sweet-
like you?
Oh, Huck is like kind of drifted toward the door, and he hears that, and he just pinches the bridge of his nose and goes, "Oh dear Lord in heaven."
Master Olamon is my father and best friend. Anybody with crafting or
Yeah.
Arcana, please make a check.
Yeah, I've been Arcana.
Huck drifts over. Huck, I mean, I know Tapul probably has best crafting, but
Yeah.
That's a 30.
So, Sui is a soulbound doll, but a clockwork one, which means that an actual fragment of someone's soul has been embedded in this thing in an attempt to give a clockwork thing sentience.
Shepard's
That's
just
just
like,
wrong.
this sounds like a little baby. What do you got in there? She's gonna come over and like stare over people's shoulders.
What happened to you, Sweet?
Well, Master Olamon was working in the workshop when there was a bang outside. I heard humans yelling, then the sound of thunder. The master was surprised and he started working faster. Then the master ran to the piles and hid. The door opened and 3 humans and a small human came in. I went to greet them and one of them made thunder and my legs went away. The guests started looking at all the tables. Then the big door opened and Master rode his metal cat out the door and into the air. The guests were surprised and they ran after the Master and the metal cat. There was more thunder. After a fractional revolution of my escapement wheel, the humans and small humans returned. They kept looking on all the tables and made a big mess. They found me again and threw me into this room. I have been on standby, hoping the master will return to wind me. I would like my legs back, so I can fulfill my duty and sweep up the shop before Master Olamon's return.
Now I get his name.
Well, Sweet, do you
Wait, his name is Sweet what?
Sweet
Sweet
pop.
Sweep up.
Oh, okay.
As in
Sweet
sweep
Sweep up.
up.
Oh.
Wow. I hate it.
Cheppa just kind of like, do we wind it? It seems like a little child.
I hope you... If
We need to find his legs.
Master Olamon has my key, but if you can wind me, it would be nice. Because when I wind down, my body doesn't work, but I can't move until he winds me again.
Are there extra keys that are in the
is Huck kind
office?
of drifts over near the door and goes, "How about extra legs? Could we? Are there any of these other legs that would work for you?"
Creating new legs is beyond the skill of anyone of your level.
Fair enough.
Um,
I'm wondering if there was like a spare set.
Yeah,
No,
like
there's
from,
not.
like half-made things. Okay.
There is
Oh.
not. I mean, Pool could create a new winding key.
is there a way? And I don't know how much Pool told us about it. The doll. Is there a way that we could free the soul?
I mean, you'd be
You
killing
want to
him.
murder Sweet?
Yeah, no, no, the soul is there for good now.
I was gonna say there's a way to,
No, I know what you meant.
release the torment.
I mean, it's only a torment when his body stops working and he basically becomes paralyzed but conscious until he is wound up again. It's a sort of I have no mouth but I must scream scenario when the winding works down. It's horrifying. I know I'm saying I don't have the horrified look, but it's horrifying.
Yeah.
How long would it take me to craft a new key for him?
An hour.
Okay.
I-
Pool will. No. Well, I don't know where your master is, and I'm unfortunately not able to build you new legs, but I can build a new key. Give me a few minutes, and she'll head over to the workbench and get to work.
Yeah. Is this little guy like how heavy is he?
No, not. He's tiny. Like
Chopper's just gonna like turn to Ellison, like, Ellison, I have an idea.
he's the size of the torso and head of like. Do you remember My Buddy dolls?
Yeah.
That size.
Okay, yeah. Ellison, do you think you can pick up our little friend and we'll search the rest of this bottom floor?
If that's okay with you, Sweet, I'll move you to the other room.
And you can help us find anything that might be important to like find your master or
Because we're
avoid
looking
stepping
looking
on the
for
wrong
him,
thing.
and maybe once we find your master, he can make you new legs.
If you if you find him, he can make me new legs.
Yeah.
Will you take me with you to find him?
We're looking for him, so I think
We're gonna take you
We're-
around the room out there, okay?
We'll make sure
Start look
that
for
you're-
clues.
We'll make sure you're safe, little one. That's our key thing here. Y'all are Huck is looking at this little soul-bound clockwork, and like he is visibly trying to compose himself.
So as you walk out into the room, everybody make a perception check.
Yeah, that's what I was.
hidden or
No, you
Public.
can just make it public.
I am too focused on fixing a new key.
I got a 26.
28.
Huck nails it.
Huck got a nat 20.
Nice.
So everyone but Tapul sees a little clockwork. Hold on. I'm going to show you this picture and then I will describe it.
Cool.
So you see a tiny clockwork orb about 9 inches in diameter with 6 segmented legs that end in sharp tips, like a single talon, and
Mhm.
a ruby red eye in the middle, and segmented clockwork. They look like bat wings with like a canvas thing and some sort of antenna thing on top. Scuttles out from one of the junk piles and out the door that you left open.
Oh shit.
Ah, we should have closed doors behind us. My
Well,
dad didn't raise me to live in a barn, but I didn't.
well,
Well, my dad didn't raise me at all, so I have an excuse.
That's great. I'm feeling fantastic about that. We
No,
just, yep. Mhm.
Sweet.
Can
Do you
I
know who
chase
that
after it?
was?
No.
Can I
He does
chase
not
after
live
it?
here.
Okay.
Only the master and I and the little boy who sneaks in and lives in the storage loft, and he thinks that we don't know he's there.
I beg your pardon.
Is that the same small human you mentioned before?
No. The small human was a small full-grown human smoking a cigar.
Did he have a
got it.
nasty looking
Halfling.
mustache?
I don't know what nasty looking means.
Was he in yellow and black?
No. The others were. He was dressed in very nice clothes.
Was there any chance for Cheppa to chase after that thing and try to splash it with?
None whatsoever.
Okay. I wasn't sure how fast it was going.
No, it was going very fast.
It was scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Scuttle,
Oh,
scuttle,
that's so
scuttle, fly,
ugly.
fly, fly, out the door.
Got it. Well.
It's
Shit.
like, oh shit.
All right. Well, sweet. I'm gonna start looking around here, see if we can find anything that'll help us find your master. Well,
Where-
Tapool's making you a new key.
Where's
Do you
this
know if the little
young'un
boy is in
live?
here now?
How would I know that? I have been sitting on the floor in the other room.
That's
Well,
fair.
that's
Do you hear
true.
any noises?
Whereabouts does he normally reside?
I hear him
Uh,
in the storage loft.
Oh, that's the ladder.
Yes, that is the ladder.
Sweet, have you seen a little kitty cat?
Master's
Huck.
kitty cat, Musa. Sorry,
Huck heads.
Masu.
Huck heads for.
M-A-S-U. I had the vowels backwards.
Masu.
Huck-
Okay.
Huck heads for the ladder.
Okay.
And this one's different from the kitty that he flew out on, yeah?
Yes. This
Okay.
Masu is a real cat.
It's
The
just-
giant,
I don't know.
the big metal flying cat is a big metal flying cat.
Sweet, I haven't seen Masu. Listen. All right, fair enough, kid.
It
Fair
all
enough.
makes perfect sense, I'm sure. Huck actually starts climbing up the ladder a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll
Um,
that perception check since I said I was searching the whole like bottom area.
Okay.
So Huck climbs. Do I need to make an athletics check?
No, it's a ladder.
Well, okay. Yeah.
It
He
depends.
climbs up
How
the-
drunk is Huck?
Usually varies.
No more.
The
No
answer
more
to that.
so. No more so than usual. Huck is what we call maintaining right now. It's a bleak life for Huck. But he does come up over the edge of the ladder and goes, hello there. Friend, is anybody up here?
You hear someone scuttling away. You hear like footfalls and someone running, and then you hear some like metal creaking.
Now, hey, it's all fine. Nobody's here to try and cause you any trouble or disturbance.
You hear metal
Uh,
clanking as though someone crawling through a vent.
Now there's no. Hang on now. That.
My God, we're gonna get home alone.
Offer some cheese.
Listen, we just want to say, we just want to talk and say hi. Maybe you can help us. We're trying to figure out where Mr. Kosawana has gone off to. You're not in trouble.
Chip is just like mention that we got Sweet and we're helping Sweet.
We're
Being
helping.
nice.
We're helping Sweet, making sure we get them wound up. We found them there in the locker, I guess you'd say, the supply room.
You no longer hear anyone up here.
Hello?
Huck, did you scare a child?
Not on purpose. You could hear how nice I was being.
Yeah,
Good
you were being
Lord.
very nice for you, yeah.
Huck scrambles up to the loft and kind of tries to have a look around.
Okay. So you get up to the loft, and it looks like there's crates draped with dark cloth, and it looks like the loft is about 10 feet by 10 feet.
Okay.
But you peer through some of the crates, and you realize that... Hold on. I'm going to move just you over to this other map. Give me a moment.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me go up there.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's a different map entirely.
Oh, I see.
I just have to
Nice.
drag the Huck figure onto it.
Gotcha.
Will this let me do this? Pull to scene?
I'm just like, oh, Ellison's carrying around this tiny little baby robot. It's adorable.
Oh, wow, yeah. Huck is now in a very tight space.
It's a very tight attic, but as you look around, you realize that like tables and such have been set up so that they look like walls from your side.
Oh, okay.
And you can squeeze through into a very large loft. And
Wow.
on the east side of the room, you see a vent like a duct that leads out onto the roof.
Huck heads for the vent.
Okay.
Can he look through it?
He can. It leads out onto the roof, and then out to like the roofs of adjacent buildings.
Can he see anybody?
You see probably a 9-year-old boy running away over the roofs and climbing down to the street.
I don't have any chance of catching him, do I?
None whatsoever.
All right, fair enough.
You announced yourself a little too loudly.
Oh, baby. Chippa's just like, leave some food for him when he gets back.
I suppose I shall.
Put some
I did-
rations out. Poor kid needs to
I should
eat.
have said I wanted to make a diplomacy check or something. He was
I'm
probably
sorry.
gonna spook. He's probably gonna spook easy anyway.
Yeah.
I doubt it would have made any difference. I would have Huck. Kind
It
of
looks like he's
says-
been here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, it looks like this kid has been squatting up here for, based on just like detritus of like old
Baby.
like food scraps and stuff, almost or at least a year.
Oh wow. Can I do a perception check to see if I notice anything of?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I guess that's kind of it.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
Huck kind of calls down to everybody. There's quite a space up here. Appears I frightened off our little friend. Well, our second little friend, I suppose. looks like a youngin, but he's been making they've been doing all right for themselves. Well, they've been trying to live up here for a while, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, so it looks like he's been tinkering with things that he found in the storage boxes and stuff. Nothing impressive, but I mean, impressive for a very small child. And there's a little cubby that has a small sack with like 4 gold in it in silver and copper coins.
If you steal this child's money.
Steal. Well, Huck.
No,
looks
I
at
don't. I'm not saying that in character. I'm just saying that.
No,
like,
no, literally, Huck is looking around at the spaces, and he goes, and he actually takes out some of his like high quality cheese that's wrapped in paper. Can he see where the kid's food stash is?
Yeah, on that table next to the bed.
Okay, he adds his cheese to that stash, and Huck literally he like reaches into his purse. He counts out 10 gold and puts it on the money stash as well. And then he grabs a piece of paper and writes a note and says, "A friend," and like some means of contacting him. Or a friend. And what's the place where they hang
Barrel
out?
and bullet.
The barrel and bullet.
Arrow and bullet.
Yeah. And then I'll put ask for Vol Kilmer, barrel and bullet.
I forgot that one of your aliases was Vol Kilmer.
I was hoping.
I love that
you
we're
had-
assuming this child can read.
Actually, there is a like not a journal, but like scraps of paper with like.
I'm
Good,
assuming
okay.
the kid's tinkering and looking at schematics. I assume the kid's
Well,
got
there's
some
a
letters.
charcoal drawing of what looks like a giant metal like body of a panther, wings of an eagle, like vaguely humanoid face.
Okay. Wow.
Do you take the drawing so we can see the master's kitty? Or do you not tell us about the master's kitty?
Well, I'll let you have a look at it, but
Yeah.
and I'm
We'll
taking
put it
out
back.
I'm taking out the 10 gold. Yeah, I'm.
And
I am
there's
leaving.
sorry, there's also a sketch of like there's what looks like a sketch of the shootout that happened, like, and it's clearly from the point of view of the top of the ladder, and like you see 3 men with guns that are drawn to look vaguely shiny, like, and a halfling figure who you clearly recognize as Ambrose Mugland.
That little bastard.
Huck makes his way. I mean, he leaves his like calling card, food, probably
Money.
more money than this kid's ever seen at once in his life, because he's just like, here,
Yeah.
and a little note being like, here's where you can find me, and he comes back down and goes, have a look at these, and he shows the drawings before he takes them back up and puts them back where he found them.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're going to end there for tonight because it is 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it has been fantastic getting back to this. We'll be back in 2 weeks on the 21st with part 2 of book 2. And thank you everybody for coming out and watching us tonight. Thank you guys for playing tonight because I have
Thank you
missed
for the
this.
raid.
If you for the raid.
Yeah.
If y'all are still
Thank
here,
you.
thank you so much.
Good to
And
see
we'll
Arthur in the chat.
see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Good night.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.